There it is.
There we go.
Now you've got it. No, you're fine. You're
Still
good.
have a minute, dude. That was just pre-show.
Yeah, that's
These
pre-show.
people got to see it. The people, good people at Meerkat. The,
it's behind
the great
the
friends
scenes.
on Facebook.
Yeah, it's behind the scenes kind of thing.
so-
The people on Falcon. We got a lot of people on Falcon right now.
Oh yeah, we do. Have
That happens. They had it.
All right, so here we go.
Our story begins in the dark forest.
I have the grace of a falcon, and I'll be in and out like a demon's whisper.
Please hold.
Tonight's episode of the Conrad and Jack Show is brought to you by Humps Company. You want to be like an Olympian? You got to get your shit sucked.
You found
by
the
Company,
Conrad and Jack Show on the best damn network on the net.
Call Hump
Falcon FM.
or Falcon, whatever. Doesn't matter, just Company.
Welcome to Conrad and Jack Show.
Chris Gaines was Garth Brooks. I just figured that out. George Foreman can make electric grills. We can do this. I mean, I've seen that guy get punched in the face 1,000 times, and now he's making science stuff.
My grandmother used to call me a porch monkey all the time when I was a kid because I'd sit on the porch and stare at my neighbors.
AM radio is a viable and modern source for news and entertainment.
All the local media knew I was coming up there, and I said, listen, I'm going to do this one time. I'm going to pick my leg up in Maiden. I'll meet y'all at that Dollar General.
How many soldiers' lives is the life of one gay man worth? 7.
The Chilean scientists believe that we may be able to teach a gorilla to resort to alcoholism.
Scientists at Tulane University's Primate Research Center announced they have taught a gorilla that someday it will die.
You see, there's still people out there like Brett Favre who think that when we all stand up and applaud Caitlyn Jenner at the ESPY Awards, he can get away with one of these bullshit claps.
No, Jay was just a pussy.
Their pure minds should be reserved for thoughts of man-on-man or woman-on-woman romance.
What I do want is for you to stand there in that faggoty white uniform and with your Harvard mouth extend me some fucking courtesy.
What the heck is a rim job?
I think I got my swagger back.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister. Do you suck dicks?
Get the fuck out of here, dude!
You've all made a few people upset over your political careers. Which enemy are you most proud of?
I'd have to say the enemy soldier that threw the grenade that wounded me, but he's not around right now to talk to.
You had best unfuck yourself or I will unscrew your head and check down your neck!
Donald Trump, he's friends with Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is friends with Kim Jong-un. I mean, do I have to spell it out for you people? We need to put a bomb in Dennis Rodman.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
You know what it takes to sell real estate? It takes brass balls.
Someone unplugged the main power line and plugged in a George Foreman grill.
Because only one thing counts in this life. Get them to sign on the line which is dotted. You hear me, you fucking faggots?
Because they sell sex toys, and Walmart can't or won't.
We understand that he made preparations to go into the water, removed his shirt, removed his billfold, and again, someone shouted a warning, and he said, blank the alligators, and thereupon jumped into the water and was almost immediately yelled for help.
Crazy drunk bastard.
Fuck the alligators!
I come out here and rough talked him and run him off. And I said, get away from here. Get!
What the fuck are you looking
and
at?
He went right back out that path again.
Fuck you, Jay.
There will be law.
Good point. Fuck you, Jay.
Two fat fucks with black hair.
Fucking asshole!
What is that? The future of radio. You jabronis. Jabronis. Cool word.
This is my property!
The texture of the balls is very easy to identify.
I have diabetes.
And I really like that. We're now on Facebook.
What is happening here? Why are you taping them?
Well, because they got great banter. They jib-jab. Jib-jab, jib-jab, jib-jab. I use it for the car. I do. This my stereos, but...
KXLK.
Hayesville.
Wichita.
Hold, please.
No, I'm waiting.
Malfunction.
Patient. I'm patient right now. I'm being patient.
Yep.
No, that's fine.
It's supposed to be this.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you're driving down the highway. Maybe you're in a big rig right now. All I do know is you better meet me at Boston Market Sunday, August 13th. I'm going to be handing out mashed potatoes to everybody that comes in and says, I would do anything for cream corn. This is the Conrad and Jack Show here on WKLIT. We're spinning the greatest hits of the 80s, 90s, and what the hell, the future? You're goddamn right. All you gotta do is say, it's Boston Market Fresh, bitch!
And I would do anything for love. I'd run
That was pro, guy. I mean, I don't want to interrupt the tender...
Well, Crystal Pepsi's back.
I know. All bets are off, guy.
I'm pumped. Welcome to the Conrad and Jack Show, everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 10th, 2016, the year of our Lord. I am joined tonight, as always, by my friend Mexico.
Here I am!
And to my left, the Skin Man is back in town.
Zing! What's really hood?
We also have a group of people that come. Everybody knows these people. They've been here many times. Let's start with Chip.
There he is. Hello.
Eric is back in town.
I'm back!
And Andy is here, buddy.
There he is! Andy!
So it's a full room tonight for the Conrad and Jack Show. I apologize to all of you for my appearance and for Mexico's appearance.
Hello.
We are dirty, but as you guys know, we're just little inwards.
Yeah, we smell delicious.
That's what we are.
I think you're looking for the word nigger.
Right. That's what we are for this country and
ER.
this county. So
right.
I just got done doing that kind of work and pulled into the driveway and said, "Wow, there's
Massa's got me working."
There's a lot of cool cars here, and they must be downstairs.
Yeah.
I walked upstairs before I came down to see my beautiful wife who had just arrived home.
Futuristic.
As you guys know, I told you last week she started a new job. She seems to love it.
What kind of jobs does she start?
Dare I say, things are getting a little more sexual.
Oh, shit.
There's a lot of sexual tension.
Okay.
Going on, but tension in a good way.
That's good. Well,
she's wearing dresses. You know, here's
Whoa!
the thing.
What the fuck?
Here's the thing,
your
guys.
wife is
Let me
wearing
tell you what's happening. This happens to women, and maybe if you guys aren't experiencing this,
never seen your wife in a
here's
dress.
the,
I'm
get
excited.
your wife in a new career, a new place of work. Here's what happens. When my wife was a teacher, which she was great at, the problem was she surrounded herself with a lot of other women who basically felt dead inside. And because of that, they dressed like that.
You already said she was a teacher.
They started feeling unsexual, and they started dressing like that. Now that my wife is working for this great organization, and she's working around a bunch of vibrant young women who also dress to impress, the game's been upped for my wife. So she's up in her game, and she's feeling sexy.
Oh, yeah.
She's dressing sexy.
Oh, yeah.
It's sexy time upstairs. We've been watching Stranger Things on Netflix, which I'm going to get into later. Or I've been watching it and then explaining it to her.
Well, that happened.
While she sleeps.
Hey, baby. It's really not that boring of a show.
Are you sleeping? Guess what happened?
Good.
Guess what happened?
There was a monster.
That little crazy bitch. You know the crazy one? Yeah, she was in like a fish tank. And there was a monster. And the monster was like trying to get this other chick, the one that got... Oh, that makes me hot. Do me, daddy.
Yeah, that's what happens,
That's what
guys.
happens.
So that's my life recently, which has been pretty great.
That's good.
I did have a question, and I'm glad that you guys are all here.
Any blowjobs?
No, I have not got to test out.
All right.
The tonsil-free highway.
Fucking week 3. We haven't plunged the.
I haven't seen
the
how
man meat
how
down
deep
that
I can go.
Okay.
I like how you say we.
Yeah, we will. Well, I bought it
collectively.
Collectively.
We're
the royal we.
I bought a clone of Willie,
Yeah,
and Mexico helped me do it. And so I told my wife.
Well, I tried to
happy
press
anniversary.
everything. Yeah, well, I did. I tried to press.
I tell you what. I have a detachable penis. Use mine next time.
Yeah, DP. They call him.
You have a DP?
Skin
She
Man.
will be
Skin Man?
horrified.
Skin Man DP.
And
Did have an
depressed.
idea for Skin Man though.
Well,
because you know,
it leans left.
as a tiny
I think.
podcast that nobody listens to or cares about. but
No,
is-
it's a tiny podcast that can,
okay.
Conrad.
But that being said, we are way more entertaining than the Olympics. But
Well, that's true.
either way,
Eh.
Skin Man. I was thinking, God, you know, Skin Man would be a great T-shirt.
And the Mike
But then I
O'Mara
thought,
show.
you
I
know,
mean, really,
everybody
I mean,
does T-shirts. What if we got you some skin to hand out?
skin tags.
The great thing is, dude, you can make your own.
Right.
Well, I do have a collection at home.
Skin tags.
I was saying snake skin, and you just hand out snake skin keychains.
That's true.
Because you're the Skin Man.
But then I said,
And then-
I said we need to have skin on a keychain, and then you just hand out free keychains.
he just
that
wants
are
to use human skin,
skin tags,
which is easy enough to find.
Well, that is true.
Let's not narrow it down to human.
Okay, well, right. I think that
Yeah,
was my
well-
initial thought. Let's keep it just within mammal. The
Well, let's
mammal
keep it
kingdom.
real.
I guess
I mean,
I guess a snake's not a mammal.
No, I mean,
Not in this world.
it could be roadkill.
But if you think about it, it kind of started all mammals.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, roadkill. There's
I mean,
a lot
Adam
of it
and
out
Eve, and there was a
It just
snake,
goes
and there was
to
an apple,
waste.
and if you think about it, that's kind of how it
Well,
all
you
started.
tan the leather and you
Well,
make
then you the get into the
skins. I don't-
duck-billed platypus, and they lay eggs, but they're technically a mammal.
Snakes
'cause,
lay eggs, but then they eat rats. So what's up with?
Conrad, let's
Well,
get
that's
to,
why snakes are good.
come on,
Yeah.
let's get to the most important thing.
Okay, that's
the,
what
the most
you're right.
important
Sorry.
thing on the top of the show.
Why
is-
do we call it taking a shit when we're actually giving it?
You got to leave that shit. Don't take it.
I started saying this, and it's very European of me,
Okay.
and it may be the
All
Olympics.
right.
I started saying having a shit.
I don't want to have it. I want to leave it.
birthing a
What are you doing in there? Are you taking a shit?
No, I'm having a
having
brown
a shit.
baby boy.
If you want it, you can take it. That's taking a shit. I feel like taking a shit, somebody coined that phrase. I don't know. I'm going to say 83. I've been watching Stranger Things. But somebody coined that in the early 80s, and we've just let it hang on in our vernacular forever. Having a shit. That's what I'm bringing back. Or starting. Try it right now.
pushing.
Try it. Say, hey, Conrad, I'm going to go have a shit.
I'm going to go have a shit,
That sounds great.
but I'm going to leave it.
Doesn't sound as gross.
Yeah,
That
well,
leaving it does.
leaving it does. Like
I'm going to leave it right
well,
here.
On the couch.
I'm sorry that it fell short. That was the joke I was telling you that I was
That's
I was
true.
going to walk around
No,
tonight.
that's
I took that joke
that's
for a
right.
walk, guys. That was
he took a joke for a walk.
I took that joke for a walk.
But here's, crickets,
I'm
and
sorry.
even that joke,
Yeah, was better than the Olympics.
it was better than.
Speaking of the Olympics, have
Oh,
you guys
well.
you guys got the fever?
After I watched the Olympics.
I don't know if you heard the top of the show, but this show is it's dedicated
Right.
and sponsored by Cupping.
Oh,
So,
right.
I wanted to
true.
get your take on that. I mean, here's the deal.
What is cupping?
Someone
Here's
that
a question for you. What's
Yeah.
cupping?
well, it's when a small Japanese man takes both of his hands
Right.
and puts it in your scrotum,
No,
your balls.
you're thinking of the traditional
But
cupping.
See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought.
Cupping
when they
has
were
turned
saying on the
into-
Olympics. No, it's turned into a little glass balls
Yeah.
that they suck skin,
Well, and muscles, I guess.
and then it goes away into. Here's it. It's like henna. It's like henna tattoos. It's like face painting. Here's the deal. I would
exactly
have been
like face painting.
it is. I would rather. I would much
I
rather.
saw that movie.
Wilson Phillips, or what's the swimmer's name? Wilson Phillips' son. Get a face painting tattoo like Mike Tyson or something, and then it go away
Ryan
in 2 weeks.
Lochte.
That's it. Ryan Lochte. Your quarterback for the New York Jets.
That's his
Ryan
name.
Lochte.
It was Eddie
I'd
Jones.
much rather him get a henna tattoo on his face or body
Right.
that would wash off in time
Okay.
than see like little bruises that.
Like little
go-
hickeys. It's like he has hickeys.
Well, you say little. It's actually really big.
Well, I don't-
It's
I
a
haven't
very
watched
big
it.
circle. It's
I
very
thought he
big
fell
circle.
asleep and rolled over onto his bong.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I thought
good.
so. I thought so too.
Like
but-
clear across his shoulder. It's like 2-inch rings.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's the thing. Here's the deal.
Can you fall asleep on a bong?
Depends on how fucking high you are.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
true.
can fall asleep anywhere.
That's true. You have that talent.
I have that talent.
You've always bragged about that.
Yeah. Hey, check this out.
He
I'm gonna
can't sleep standing up, though.
You've always bragged about that. Don't worry about me, guys.
Don't worry. I'll be asleep.
I don't need the bed. I can fall asleep anywhere. Oh, that's great to have him around when we travel. I have
two
not.
queens?
I have,
No, one's fine.
Yeah, one's fine. He can fall asleep anywhere. I'm like, oh my god, really? I have a sister that does
You're
that.
so lucky.
I have a sister that literally, when she was a baby, she would fall asleep right next. We'd be having a party right next to the poker room, and she'd be right out there. We'd be smoking and fucking. My boyfriend used to finger me, and my sister and I slept in the same room.
I'll be goddamned if Annie wasn't out like a light.
She was out, and I would push on her because get in on this. It's good fingers. It's got a. He's got lobster fingers. You're gonna love this.
They're really huge.
It's weird to look at, and it's kind of weird that he works at Popeyes, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Porta potty.
They slide in easier.
Where's the weirdest place you've ever slept?
Like
when you woke up, like, I can't believe I slept here.
The weirdest place I ever slept was on a door. But it was laying on the floor in a bedroom, but I was butt naked. And it wasn't my bedroom, but it was in my house.
On a door.
And other people were sleeping in there. And nobody said anything the next day.
Well, he likes to sleep naked.
So I like to think that I fell asleep last. That's falling asleep is being very generous.
Everybody else is naked. I guess I got to take off the pants.
Falling asleep
This
is very
door
generous.
looks comfy.
Guess I'll sleep on this random door in my home that I have no idea why we have a screen
in
door.
my house. I guess I own it.
That would be the weirdest place I slept. So,
Zach, where was the weirdest place you slept?
I think it was a sycamore tree in Buffalo Park.
All right.
That's called the sleeping tree. Everybody.
Yeah, everyone had slept there. Eric, where have you slept?
Never
That's
climb a
weird?
sycamore.
I know you've peed in a corner one time.
I peed in the
Super
corner.
easy. Slept walk.
I've had the random waking up in a house that I didn't know if I was in the same city,
Right.
or who it was. That evening, I threw up in her closet and peed in her dresser.
You're a pass out peer? A blackout peer?
Only twice that I'm aware of.
Oh, well, you've done it more
But
than
I don't
that, I'm
feel
sure.
around for the wet spots a lot of times. Fall asleep in a meeting, literally 3 foot across the desk from a guy as we're having a conversation.
Hell yeah, America.
I fell
Yeah.
asleep and woke up.
Yeah,
and
dividend-
gone.
And then you woke up. These masks work fucking great.
Really good.
Seriously.
I mean, so
Good
good. I'm
point.
asleep right now. Chip, where have you slept?
Well, it's I don't mean to stick in Eric's theme because I mean fuck that, but
Right.
It's my wife's bed, isn't it?
it is Eric's wife's bed.
Odd.
In the federal courthouse during a jury trial. So
This guy's
Smart.
either going to get life or he's...
It's a government-funded nap.
Well,
Good.
he's death row. Chip, you think life or death row?
Fuck.
Okay, death row. Good, okay. He's on death row now.
It's fine. I mean,
Here
it's a
it
little
comes.
extreme, but whatever.
That's fine.
No, I've never had a Mexican man be so angry at me.
Yeah.
I got elbowed in the ribs by the defendant. Like, wake the fuck up, dude.
Hey,
Well, they're very hot-tempered.
They're very hot.
What? He said he did it.
Yeah.
I've seen movies where Mexicans can get very hot-tempered.
Well, that's why we're building
It's
a
part
wall.
of their culture.
Right.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
He said the bitch deserves it.
An angry
good point,
Mexican?
sir.
I've never heard of such thing.
You know, they run hot and cold.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Mostly the
right
northerns are the angry ones.
now. This conversation has turned north.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't know.
It's
I'm
turned
sorry.
Oh, turning north.
I mean, you
Just
either see
like
them at
the
a wedding
border.
in a cowboy hat or on the street in
With their
some
elf
sort-
shoes.
on their way to some kind of car show.
They're called fence climbers. Let's get it right. Okay?
Pure envy. You're right. Goddamn right I am. That's an Impala. Sorry.
It's a classic Impala,
great
by
car.
the way. Yeah, it's a great car. Don't.
Well, we got one more person. Where's the weirdest place Andy slept?
Andy, where have you slept?
Well, I fell asleep on.
No, in the mic.
Okay.
There you go.
There
Better.
it is. We
On
can
top
hear
of
you now.
a picnic table at a KOA because it was too damn hot in the tent.
What the fuck
Or
what the fuck is a KOA?
I know what it is. I think
Okay.
it's a
Campsite.
Campground. But they're dry, like a dry campground.
Owned by Indians.
Dry as in, yeah. Right.
Feather, not dot.
Yeah.
or just sitting in my desk in social studies class.
Oh, yeah.
And I did
Oh,
not
yeah.
wake up until he stopped talking.
Oh, well, we've been
That's
there.
the worst.
We've all been there.
The worst is when you do that weird shit where you do the jump when you're about to fall asleep. and you fucking flip out. Yeah,
Oh,
I do
yeah.
that bad, dude. I do it in my own bed, which is weird because I'm trying to go to sleep.
Well, that shit happens to me like 3 times a week. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's called the shakes, man.
It's called Prozac. Where's the weirdest place you slept? Mexico.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
You started this line of questioning.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You stepped on my
How do you
whole
like it?
Olympic coverage that I had going on.
The weirdest place I've slept was okay. Now imagine this. Now this is great. Between my first wife and my second wife, there was this little blonde
Slept
gal.
between your first wife and second wife?
Now wait. a
Sounds
minute.
warm.
Now hold on.
Odd date.
Now between my first wife and my second wife, there was this little blonde gal with absolutely huge tits. I can't remember her name. She took me to a Weezer concert. She took me to this place that I thought at first was like this magical fairyland because it was all black lights, like Black Lives Matter.
You talking about laser tag?
Kind of like a laser tag field. Okay.
Sounds a lot like laser tag the way you've described this.
And she
Hey, lover,
and she
one of
did
laser
some sexual things to me, which I think were magic, and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Let's
Or
call her
passed out.
Gertrude.
I
Can we
think-
call her Gertrude?
Maybe
Let's
Gertrude's
call
a
her.
good name. I think it was pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Something Jessica, Gertrude.
Okay.
Something like that. We
And you
went to-
guys made love.
It was Steve.
She went to dinner. She took me to dinner. She paid for dinner.
All
then,
right.
then there
Yes.
was some sort of fellatio that happened in the car, and then she took me to some sort of Black Lights Matter.
Yeah. I love sucking dick
Event.
after I eat Arby's.
And then I woke up in some sort of laser tag.
Okay.
Kind of.
Did you ever-
I mean, you said that, but it's exactly like it is. It's black lights,
Yeah.
posters, gnomes.
Oh, could it have been like a spook house? Those still
No.
was a spook house situation?
I think they call those halfway house.
Yeah, October
Okay.
wasn't even
I'm pretty
close.
positive you're part of the sex trade right now.
Halfway to what?
You may not be who you think you are.
I'm probably not. I'm just saying that's where I woke up. I woke up. There was black lights. Everything was glowing. She had a really bright smile. You know, have you ever been around a black light and you smile?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it
Looks
looks like,
like-
you've been whitening your teeth for
Well,
like 8 days.
If you have good teeth,
So
if it's me,
Well,
it's like
did you whiten her teeth on the way there?
No, she had a perfect teeth. And then
I guess it's true. Conrad has wooden teeth.
With your seabed.
No, she had a great smile, and then
Did she call you Cornelius?
no, she didn't.
Okay, not the same girl.
She must have had a Colgate smile.
I guess I dated some sort of magic woman
Okay.
between my two wives
Yeah.
at some point.
Well, and both of your wives equally.
She was
magic.
independently wealthy because she took me on vacation and she treated me very well. She paid for all the meals. She paid for weeks of hotel rooms.
Are you talking? I feel like you're just you're describing Pretty Woman. Just
Yeah.
this is just
And all I had to do was sleep with a Middle Eastern man every other night.
you're like the Taken 1. The first
There was-
Taken, not Taken 3.
To answer Eric's question, there
I
was
wake
no
up every
anal.
Every
there was
morning
no
with
anal
40
sex
bucks in my
involved.
pocket, walk with a limp.
So it's not like Pretty Woman.
It's not like Pretty Woman.
No anal.
I felt like
It's like Pretty Woman without the anal.
without the anal.
All right.
It was exactly like Pretty Woman without the anal.
There was still a horse scene though, like a horse
there was
racing
a horse
scene.
and I think we
Horse
made
semen.
pottery.
I don't
think
know.
we
Ever since
made-
I started dating her, I've been really into equestrianism.
well, I think we made pottery.
Is
at
that
some point.
equestrianism? I think that's when you're doing
Listen,
equestrian things.
Here's the deal. I'm not an astrologer, but I do know something about
The ocean.
human beings. Okay, and she was fantastic. There's been times at night that I have nodded off to sleep in my own bed and wish that I could replay that week or 2 weeks, whatever it was. I was drunk in
Like a
or-
spank bank thing.
or
You're trying
high
to
at
get
some-
the right code to that spank bank scene.
yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm
right
trying
now
to
you're
relive.
it needs a fingerprint code and you don't have the right
Well, now
fingerprint.
I'm living in a world of uncertainty and broken vehicles. And
Okay, well listen to this. This is a question
Okay.
for everybody. In your spank banks, when you're imagining, do you guys still use your spank bank? One, because with the access of mobile porn, it's really hard to want to go back to the spank bank.
Yeah.
When your phone breaks, you've
Yeah.
got to make a decision.
Right. Do I spring for new iPad?
Yeah, do I upgrade?
Well, and I mean, when you're laying in bed next to your wife
Yeah.
and she's been asleep for 2 hours.
Do you
just
want to wake her
borrow
with
hers.
the glow?
Yeah, you just borrow hers.
You're right. I've done that.
Yeah.
So, but if you access your spank bank,
I don't think I looked this up.
oh really?
Hey, husband. Hey,
You didn't look up meatloaf farts? That seems like something you would do.
well, you did start a new job. So,
You have been
looking
feeling
up
very
really weird
sexual
shit
lately.
How did it autocorrect to prolapsed anus?
You had me at prolapse.
Yeah. What I was going to say though, I'm just going to go under the assumption that you all still have a spank bank and that you could access it if you needed to, and can remember a time when you did access this bank. Okay, in doing so, sometimes when I access my spank bank, I'll get into that memory that I want to access, whether it be from a video that I'd seen or an experience that I had. And I'd say that the deposits in that spank bank are 50-50, you know, whether they're actual life experiences or digital experiences, which is 2016. That's basically life. When I get into a good scene, whether it be life or digital, and I'm a participant in said scene,
Okay.
all of a sudden my whole body either turns into a really large person, not my unit, my whole body, or
Okay.
a really tiny person.
Okay.
And then I start doing weird things as a really tiny person that have nothing to do with the scene.
Gotta
And in
shake
my
that.
head, I have to shake that out of me. Does
Oh,
that
yeah.
happen to you guys in your spank bank scenes?
Meandering spank bank stories?
Like
Side
you're in the
plots?
middle. You're not to the edging's a new thing. You guys, you're not edging. So you're just in the middle trying to get to the edge of the cliff, and you don't get to that edge of the cliff because somewhere in your spank bank scene, you all of a sudden were just some weird little guy that is vacuuming, and you're just a tiny guy. It's like, what? The woman is still there, but I'm just a tiny man vacuuming all of a sudden.
No, I don't have that. What happens to me is I'm in the middle of my spank bank, and everything's going fine, and then I start thinking about bills.
Oh yeah.
Oh, life stuff.
That's just like,
Yeah.
oh, well,
Bill
oh,
who?
God damn it.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Pullman.
Go with
Bill
it.
Cosby.
Bill Withers.
Bill Lambier, for
God.
goddamn
Oh
sure.
God, Bill.
Nothing
Lambier.
gets me harder
Yeah,
than thinking
combat
about
basketball.
money I owe.
Combat basketball. Oh yeah.
And done.
Heard it, Bill. Oh yeah. Pistons. All right. So,
So this doesn't
neighbors.
happen to you. Does this happen to you? I mean, as we're just tossing around ideas and
I mean, you're talking about spank banging.
I know it's a personal thing, and I don't want to. If I'm stepping on a personal thing for you, you know,
Are you
leave it alone.
talking about my go-to? Like my go-to? Like
Say you have a
everything-
go-to memory that you're going to use,
tossing around. Check
Yeah,
this
okay.
out.
and you're in your go-to memory, so you
Yeah.
know how this memory goes.
I hear you.
And inside that memory, you
Yeah, me.
all of a sudden, whether you were in the memory or not, because it could
Correct.
just be about Octomom fingering herself.
That's
that could be your
true.
memory.
That could be my
But
go-to.
you all of a sudden appear in your own mind's eye,
All right.
but as a very tiny version of you.
Now I'm going to stop you right there.
All right.
That's never happened.
Okay.
I have.
I guess it's just me then.
I have an ironclad memory. I mean, if
I
I
do.
go,
I have a great memory. It has nothing to do with my memory.
if I go to my go-to, I'm there, dude. I mean, it replays the exactly same. It's like a 12. You know the old days where Led Zeppelin used to record.
Oh
and
yeah.
they were afraid because the tape got real thin.
I know those days.
And they said, "Oh my God, I can't believe that Stairway to Heaven came out that good because
Yeah.
we
were on a
overdubbed
really thin piece
so
of tape.
thin piece of tape.
Yeah.
Because after the 18th guitar, we thought the tape was going to break.
Yeah.
But we said it was perfect. Run with it, and it ran one more time.
Yeah.
And then we got the glass copy.
Right.
Then it broke.
And then somebody came back and said, "You guys actually stole this song, so it really doesn't matter." But
And they
I
got
get it.
sued for lots of money. Steve Hernandez says, "Here's the deal. I think Steve wins the weirdest place.
okay, where did he fall asleep?
I once slept on a cot next to a 2-lane highway
All right, hot.
while my friends were fishing. 18-wheelers were zooming by. He wins, right?
That's a
Because-
California thing. That's a.
I think so.
I think a
you're right.
lot of people sleep on highways.
It was
in California.
probably somewhere like south.
Jenny did in Forrest
I think
Gump.
that's a Steely Dan song.
That could be. I think you.
Jenny chugged a lot of
Picture
cock in
highway.
Forrest
Steve,
What I
you
wanna-
stole it from
What I want to
Steely
know.
Dan.
What I want to know is if Steve was under the influence of alcohol or drugs in falling asleep, because he did have a cot. which is that's the weird thing.
That's pre-planning.
Yeah, falling asleep on a highway, but
No,
being
I
like,
like to think that he's hanging out and his friends are like, we're going fucking fishing. He's like,
It's like,
dude,
fuck
I'm fucking
fishing.
wiped.
I'm
I
done.
don't want to go. Just grab
go
the
sleep on the
cot,
highway
bro.
then,
Just
dick.
grab a crop, bro.
Fine, fuck it.
Sleep there.
I guess I'm
Hello?
gonna sleep here.
Fuck
Did
you.
someone say something about Steely Dan?
Is that our guy?
That's that.
I'm pretty sure someone said something
I'm
about
pretty
Steely
sure
Dan.
that's how Steve talks. I mean, I haven't met the guy, but I'm pretty sure that's
He
how
types that way.
he does type that way. I think
Um,
he's under suspicion. I think he's going to get deported. If Trump becomes president, that guy is fucking on
Dude,
a
if
one.
Trump becomes president, I'm gonna get deported.
That's
That's
true.
true. We
That
all
is-
will.
Look at you. You look like a fucking goddamn
you?
Nord.
Yeah,
My cousin, he buffed that out for you. It's
It's
fun.
fine.
yeah. If he gets elected, we'll
Well,
all wake
we're
up,
all-
and if you don't have the microchip, you're leaving.
It's
so.
going to be Trump and fucking Eric. That's it. He's, hey, fellas, I built the wall. So,
Okay.
Awfully nice over here
Hey,
now.
stay out. I know you, but get the fuck out.
I do have a tiny rant, but I don't know if it's a rant. It has to do with the Olympics. Okay.
I do have a story. You heard my story.
Well, about we've had multiple stories over this past week.
No,
I went to court over this since the last show. You've had a
That's
car breakdown in the flood.
Well, I didn't
and
want to
Chip
talk.
was involved. You know what I mean?
I didn't
I don't
wanna
know which
talk
story
about
you're
that.
talking about then. Oh, with Steve with your guy, Family Feud.
Yeah,
Okay, yes, you do have a story.
I do have a story.
Out of everything we've done, like try to settle divorce hearings,
Car breakings down,
our only
divorces.
form of transportation breaking down
Right.
in the middle of a Christian Slater type hard rain.
Correct.
The only thing we want to talk about is what happened on Family Feud, and we don't even know if it's new. It could be from
Oh
years
no,
ago.
it's a rerun. It's not new. It's a rerun.
2003.
Yeah,
And it
at
may
least.
even, no pun intended, trump my Olympic story. But
Well, I mean, when anytime
here's
you
the
have
thing, guy. I don't
Paul
watch.
Harvey hosting a fucking network show.
I don't have a problem
I'm
with the
tuning in.
Olympics, especially the summer games, and I don't have a problem with where they're at, and I don't really have a viewpoint on what's going on in Rio when the Olympics aren't there because I've heard the song about the girl from Empanada or Empanada. I've heard that before, and other than that,
Empanada.
that's the only
Thank you, Zach.
thing I can remember about that. I didn't even know that was from that part of the country. That was learned on the show that I'm getting ready to complain about, the Today Show.
Right.
So on Monday morning, this is before I knew that Mexico got lost in a Christian Slater hard rain.
Oh, I did.
I turned on the Today Show because it was going to be a light day for me. I said, what's going on the Today Show? Boom. NBC is covering the Olympics. This is great. They're on the beaches, of course, in Rio. The whole cast and crew. They don't have regular chairs. They have a sofa because why not? We're on a beach and put the sofa out here.
Brazilians don't do anything.
Let's fit in, you know.
Washed up this
There's
morning.
a lot of sofas on the beach, and that's what's going to make it real. When I turn on this broadcast, this national broadcast, the most watched morning show in the nation from a company that spent $1 billion to show a bunch of sporting events that nobody cares about. There was a former president's daughter on the screen.
Wait,
there was
well,
a
Who?
There was Hoda Kotb, which might as well be a president's daughter. One of my favorite broadcasters.
Hoda Kotb?
Hoda Kotb. Codpiece. I think it's Codpiece.
Codpiece. Photo codpiece.
And there was a large, I guess, Rio. I don't know what is a Rio. A Brazilian man.
Brazilian.
There's a large Brazilian in a grass skirt, and then that's it. And what's going on here? And apparently, this is the man who carried out either the flag for the Brazil or
With the cauldron.
whatever. He was part of the opening ceremony. They flashed to a scene of him walking in all oiled up. Then all of a sudden, Jenna Bush Hager, which is former President W's daughter, she walks up to this guy and they start rubbing oil on this guy's body. And this is Monday, which means the Olympics have just kicked off. Opening ceremonies were this past weekend, and this is Monday. And this is how we're starting the Today Show. This is the biggest story from the Olympics because they can't show the trash and shit. Otherwise, people will be like, why the fuck are we watching this if all we're doing is abusing these people's land? We can't watch this shit. So they don't show that. They say, we got to find something good in the Olympics. Then they look around like, holy shit, the only thing that is happening in the Olympics is bike riding, and nobody gives a fuck at all. So what happened is they said, let's get that big ass Indian looking guy and then have the former president's daughter rub fucking oil on him. And they're like, okay, well, she can't fucking talk and she can't do anything else. So
No,
we might
she
as well, I
yeah,
guess,
she
I hope
looks
she can do
pretty.
this, and she can't. So she's rubbing this oil all over her hands. It's like, what are you doing? And by the way, she has the weirdest face I've ever
Oh,
seen.
yeah, just
I don't
like-
know if you guys have taken a look at
It's
and
part surprise and part I'm constipated. And
She looks
you
like-
add those together.
She
and
looks
you-
like fucking Dennis Leary,
Right.
but with long
So
hair. So she walks
1
over.
year after he stopped smoking.
She's got the
Yeah.
cheekbones of Hey Arnold, and
Yep.
she's walking up to this fucking guy, rubbing oil on him, and Hoda, who I think Hoda's high and drunk at all times. I mean, she's went in where Kathy Lee is.
Yeah,
all they want to do is
fine.
get drunk and eat some fucking croissants. That's all they want to do. But now she's rubbing oil with fucking Jenna Bush, and so they're rubbing oil on this Indian. The Indian's uncomfortable. And that, by the way,
Well,
yes,
yeah,
I'm
because
saying
he's
Indian
gay.
because he's Brazilian.
He's like, why is a woman touching me? This is gross.
So smash cut, boom, oil's done. Haha, we all had so much fun. Boom, everybody's on the couch. Matt Lauer, doing his best to try to keep some form of dignity in his
Right.
broadcasting career, is trying to set
Thank
up
you,
what's
Matt.
going to happen in the next segment after this commercial break. So as he crosses his legs in his beautiful white khaki pants, he crosses them over, and Jenna Bush notices the bee on Matt Lauer's fucking knee.
Right.
Jenna Bush freaks out. What's going on? Matt Lauer is talking. I don't know what kind of bee it is. It's not visible to the viewer. You can't see
No,
it. If
you
you could
ca-
see the bee,
very
I'd understand.
small,
And
very
I've heard
small
Brazilian bees are very
Well,
violent.
it could
So
be a digital bee.
she starts hitting Matt, and Matt's like, okay, yeah, okay, there's a bee, but all he's trying to do is get the fucking break.
do my goddamn job.
Trying to get the break. And then Hoda is sitting there, and she starts, I think it's on your knee, and they're talking over him, and he's like, holy shit. But here's what they're trying to set up the next break, which what is the next break? There's just two supermodels that I think are Brazilian, but
Right.
live in California. They're just two supermodels that are going to show you what the food
What
in
their
Brazil
asses
is.
look like?
No, they're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to show you the food. Like, are these chefs? No, we're just supermodels. So they stand there, the next segment, holding these swords of meat. And then Matt's like, what is this? Like, well, we eat this meat, and then
This is what we
what
watch
kind of
other
meat?
people eat.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What kind of meat is it? I think one's a rib. It's like, you guys don't even know what. Just tell
The
the
one's
chicks.
a ribeye. I mean,
It's
I'm pretty
Brazilian.
sure. But here's the deal. Down here, what we do is we spice it up.
Okay, but here's
Just
the
salt and
problem.
pepper.
I know that's
Okay.
what they go into. That was the big selling point for Brazil. The only spices we use is salt
That's
and
it.
pepper. Like,
That's
okay,
it.
well,
Now, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that Hookney was down there, and he was carving up some Brazilians.
That's probably
oh
true.
yeah, Hookney
That's
was
probably
there for
true.
sure. And
This is
For
the off
sure.
season. He don't give a fuck.
No, he
he's gonna.
doesn't.
He's
the
He
problem
didn't
with the
care. He was
Olympics
there
is
for the
this,
Olympics.
and I get that it's a huge. People get very patriotic during the Olympics. They start
passionate. I think it's a
passionately.
word.
They like to watch the
Passionate.
game, like the
Yeah.
oh man, the girls are doing their jumps and stuff, and
Well,
let's go watch
I
them jump
watched the
and
women's
twist
volleyball.
gymnastics
I
and the
did watch
volleyball.
that. I
And
got
Carrie
hard.
Walsh is like
I got
62
rock
now,
hard.
so she's out there playing, which is great. She's beating up these other girls with weird Muslim outfits on, and they're playing. And we got these refugees; they don't even have a country. That's it. Okay, that's the
right.
stories we got right now from the Olympics.
Okay. There's a bee on you, Matt.
Thanks. Well, after break, here's what happened.
Matt, there's a bee on your leg. He's gonna sting
The Olympics are so shitty. They're covering a bunch of sports that we will not watch, but every 4 years. And people say, yeah, but the reason the excitement is there is because they're only every 4 years. No, that's not true. These little assholes compete year round, and nobody wants to watch them do it because it's boring as shit to watch a guy ride a bike for fucking 4 hours. We were at the BK Lounge, and we were watching the bike riding thing because that's what they
Yeah.
had on.
Well, to be
and
fair.
it said to the end of the race, said how many hours? It's like 4 hours before they're going to be done. It's like, holy
Well,
shit.
I mean,
it's
to
just
be
a bunch of dudes riding a bike. That's all this
That's
is.
true.
Nobody's riding fast. People are passing each other. There's cars. They're just
You're
going their normal
absolutely
job.
right. But to be fair, they didn't have the
Bro,
air.
what I'm saying is we do a shitty podcast in a shitty basement in a shitty house. I get it. The problem is, if
Are
you
you
were to put
calling this house a shitty house
this
because you
mansion,
have
if you were to
18
put
bathrooms?
$1 billion behind us, I guarantee you we can pull better numbers because the only people that are watching this bullshit is every BK Lounge that has it naturally tuned to that channel, and
Well,
it just
us.
happens to be that.
Plus,
So here's the problem. It's like,
the
Conrad, you're
pancakes were
missing the point.
delicious, by
We
the way.
want to watch the Olympics because we like to watch the gymnastics and the main of the swimming. We want to see if Phelps gets a 21st medal. We want to see that. I know. Okay, that's bullshit because nobody's watched him for the past 4 years while he's swimming and trying to do this. All we did was call him a pothead. And it's like, here's something else that happens every 4 years. The election, bro. And guess what we get? 24 coverage every fucking year about who the fuck is running for the past 8 years. So obviously, if it will sell, we will show it. And if these sports would fucking sell, we would watch them 24/7. But nobody would watch that shit. So why are they cramming it down my fucking throat now?
At the BK Lounge.
At the BK Lounge.
All I want to see is election coverage.
Please,
God damn it.
turn the fucking channel. Let me watch Doug. I want to see if he becomes Quail Man.
Now, I don't think that Gary Busey is getting the proper...
When you say Gary
Camera.
Busey, you mean Turtle Man.
I just don't understand.
No.
But that was just a rant. I feel better now.
I think Gary Busey would be a wonderful
Hold on,
president.
wait for it. Here. Shh.
Turn up 11-12.
Has anybody else thought about this? Every time a big event happens, Duran Duran is involved. Does
James Bond movie? Check.
Check. Got it.
Rio Olympics?
Rio Olympics? Check.
That's
Duran
it.
Duran. No, I mean, in any life event, the cure for AIDS, Duran Duran.
Duran
Boom.
Duran.
I mean,
they're all over the place.
Twin Towers.
Twin Towers.
Duran
fell down.
Duran.
Duran Duran.
Benghazi.
Duran Duran.
Duran Duran.
Desert. You know, I mean, it's either Duran Duran or Men at Work.
Bill Cosby.
Bill
Duran
Duran.
Duran. Duran Duran. Duran Duran.
Days of Thunder.
Duran Duran. Duran Duran. I mean, my thing is I think, call it a conspiracy. That's fine if you will.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
will.
saying, all of the big events in our lifetime has been covered by Duran Duran.
I didn't mean to get... if you like the Olympics, terrific. And I hope you're watching it tonight with your families and you guys are watching it. Because I know when I tune in and those beautiful young women are out there doing their thing.
With their camel toes.
With their camel toes. I'm all in.
Well, I mean, they're 12. Does that make you feel
They're not.
goofy?
We looked up their ages.
Yeah, they're 30-something. I know.
There's one that's like 50. One... You've seen this chick, right?
Well, I mean,
I know
no,
the
she
chick
didn't
from
win.
Uzbekistan.
Yes, is that the one?
Yeah,
She's not
that's
like-
true.
that-
The oldest guy...
42 or 41 or
Oh,
something.
she made it out of the country?
Well, maybe. I mean,
Yeah, that's another thing. These assholes, these refugees are starting to get their thing, and that's another thing they mentioned on the Today Show. Oh, when the refugees walked in, oh my God, the standing ovation that we heard.
You gotta be!
The standing ovation that we heard for these refugees, it was second probably to the Brazilians. Okay, great. I mean, what are you saying? And by the way, aren't there fucking millions of refugees? Why do we only have 12? There's got to be way more people. Like, there's got to be a sword fighter, a shooter.
There's 20,000 refugees staring at your sandwich right now that you're not eating.
Well, that's true. But
There's only 12.
Number one, okay, I'm going to correct you here. Okay.
The refugees. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Was that Wyclef John carrying the flag
Right.
for the refugees?
The refugees are in. Yeah! Is it bad that they came from the shithole that they fucking escaped from and just went to a bigger shithole?
No, shit, they just walked down the mountain.
That one chick's like, I'd rather fucking swim with that fucking broken ass boat than swim here in this fucking shitty water. Yeah, sure, my family was gonna die, but whatever. Now I have that fucking
Zika virus?
Yeah, that weird fucking tiny head virus. So
The head actually shrinks.
every one of these chicks is pregnant by the end of this thing. Doesn't that happen?
Well,
They give out condoms,
swim
but
in
they
the
also
semen
give out
ocean.
they give out fucking abortion cards or something. I don't know.
They don't call it
I
the
read that
Gulf
on.
of
I
Jizz
think I
for
read that
nothing.
on a different magazine. It wasn't Time or anything. It was like a lower tier. I think it's like Esquire.
Well, don't they call that the Gulf of Jizz?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Clint Eastwood's in trouble, and Tim Tebow is playing baseball. Welcome back to the Conrad and Jack Show, everybody.
I'm sorry, what was you saying? Did you say the code word?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow?
Yeah, turn that down.
All right.
Or keep it about right where it is.
Okay. Keep it right there.
Let me just remind you of something that happened years ago on this show. He's back, baby.
Oh, he's back.
My boy is back.
In a big way.
And everybody's talking about it. I guess I heard that everybody's talking about
Everybody
it.
take a knee.
Tim Tebow is
Gather
back
around.
in the
Take a
game.
knee. Helmet's not a seat. Get off your helmet. Take a knee.
Tim
How
Tebow,
must I just see
who has
Tebow?
the world by the short hairs. He can do anything he wants to do.
He
He
can
can't
write a
play
book.
football, but he can write a book. He can't play football.
He can encourage the WSU
But
basketball team to a
Is
Final
there any
Four.
doubt that Tim Tebow would get hired on, especially a college coaching team at any point? He'd get hired today.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what he wants to do? Fuck that. I am Tim Tebow, the fucking god of gods. I'm going to go play baseball, and he's going to fucking dominate.
Not
A-Rod's
just
out.
baseball, Major League Baseball.
Major League.
MLB.
MLB.
Is he on a farm team?
Dude,
No,
he
he
walks
doesn't.
on.
Fucking
Are you
pass it.
kidding? If you're Tim Tebow, you
shows
just pull up. You pull up like
He shows up in Milwaukee.
Hey, excuse me, I'm fucking Tim Tebow. A-Rod, you're
hello?
out?
Brewers,
I'm here.
I'm here. Like, and you feel it. You don't have to know
What,
he's
are you
there.
Prince Fielder? I'm Tim fucking
You
Tebow.
feel a fucking shake in the earth, bro. That's what you feel. You're in the coaching's office. It's like, should I be watching plays for tomorrow's game? I should be, but instead I'm watching YouPorn. Then all of a sudden, what the fuck is that? It's Tim Tebow opening those fucking glass doors, bro, without his fucking hands. He doesn't have to. Are you kidding? He walks in, open, open, open. He just thinks that shit. He's like the Stranger's Thing girl, bro.
God,
That's what
man.
Tim Tebow does. And he walks in. He fucking throws out his arms like fucking Prince. Fucking doves. Fucking start putting goddamn baseball uniforms on him. Different colors, different eras. Boom. What do you want? Home runs? I got it.
I'll be a
He
shortstop.
talks
I don't
like
give a shit.
he talks like Ice Ice Baby. He raps everything he says now. That's what Tim Tebow does. You want a third baseman? Yo, I am it. Hit me the ball. I demand it. Tim Tebow fucking walks onto a fucking field. Are you kidding? He fucking glides onto a field, dog.
glides,
You want to see a fucking Superman slide?
Yeah, he
Tim
does.
Tebow will Pete Rose your fucking
Oh,
face off.
shit. You're out.
You're lucky I don't work for a fucking coaching
Who are
staff.
you, Pete
mean
Rose
he'll lose at
Jr.?
gambling?
Get the fuck out of the way.
If I was that old bitch that used to
Tim
own the
Tebow.
Cincinnati Reds that used to bet on
Marge
games
Schott?
and call
Yeah.
people
Marge
inwards,
Yeah.
That's
I would
a
have
Marge
Tim
Schott
Tebow.
reference for everybody scoring at home.
It's a good pull, Chip.
It's the only baseball owner I remember because she called people inwards
By the way, happy
and loved
birthday.
the KKK or something.
Thank
I mixed things up, but
Well,
anyways.
you,
Tim Tebow's playing baseball.
you-
Crystal Pepsi's
you have-
back. And Burger King has a fucking Whopper burrito. Welcome to the Conrad and Jack Show, everybody.
Whopperito? Whopperito?
That's happening. All of these things that I mentioned
With
tonight
mayonnaise?
have happened or are. Yes. It's a give me something. You froze up.
I
You
froze
can't
up.
try to spark
Too much
the microphone.
pressure. That's too much
You
pressure.
need to be cupping,
fright.
bro.
I know I did.
You gotta be cupping.
You're
You gotta
right. You're
Cup
right,
your
Chip.
butt
I forgot
cheeks.
to kip.
Cup your
I
butt
forgot
cheeks.
to
I'm
cup.
sorry, guys. It's hot out today.
now-
I didn't get a chance to shower. I'm running on fumes here, and I'm throwing some shit
It's fine.
out there.
Conrad, with your Tim
Family
Tebow,
Feud.
Yeah, with your Tim Tebow talk, I'm going to get into this, guys. I want your take. Here's the deal. Paul Harvey has been hosting.
Good
And now for page 2.
And
has
now
been hosting
the rest of
the
story.
Family
For
Feud.
those of you listeners, please feel free to grab a beverage or a
Paul-
freshman snack.
Paul Harvey is a fantastic a gentleman that has been hosting the Family Feud. Now,
What did you talk?
I think you mean Steve Harvey.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Stephen Harvey.
Frederick the Entertainer.
Those
You
radios.
like of the Kings of Comedy guy?
Yeah,
the
Kings of
Kings
Comedy.
Comedy. Yeah, Frederick the Entertainer.
From the
Fredericks of Hollywood.
from the creator of Bridesmaids, Frederick
Okay.
the Entertainer.
I think I know what I'm talking about because
Director
His name was
J.J. Abrams.
Cedric.
I have
Executive producer of Soul Plane.
I don't know
From
what you're
Medea Goes
talking
to
about.
Jail.
Here's the deal. It's either Paul Harvey or Frederick the Entertainer. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
All
One
right,
of the
Family
two.
Feud though.
It's the host
America's
of the Family
Game.
Feud. Now here's the deal.
Brought to you
let
by
me set
40 Acres and a Mule.
let me set the stage. Here's the deal. I am
The most
I'm
racist game on TV.
I'm a
Blacks
bit-
versus whites.
I'm big. It has turned into that because
I'm completely aware of America's
Frederick
Game.
is a big black man,
Yes, a gorgeous black man.
gorgeous. Now he was on I think Barbershop 1 and 2. I
Well,
believe
they're,
with Chris Rock.
there's 7 black actors, so
All right.
that's a cameo cast of
So
14.
you have-
you got to throw them all
Right,
in there.
you have okay. So here's the
Oh,
deal.
yeah, Cat Williams. There you go. Okay. Bingo.
Because he
Are we
Yeah,
allowed
they
to
haven't
say
punched
Cat
somebody.
Williams anymore?
because Frederick is the host now of Family Feud. We have a lot more black families, and I'm fine with that. That's fine on the Family Feud. It used to be in the classic
Black
days.
pregnancy has went up drastically.
I know drastically, But here's the deal. I mean, it used to be a lot of white on white, which I could.
I don't have a
relate to more.
motherfucking television.
You know what I love
What
about
the fuck
Frederick?
else am I supposed to do?
After family
I'm gonna
food,
go
His
fuck my
hats.
neighbor.
His hat.
oftentimes he'll have like a heartwarming talk with the people
that's
that came
true.
to watch.
Usually about
so get
God.
on YouTube and maybe watch some of those post interviews.
That's great. Here's the deal. So
What I'm saying is jump.
anybody that has
You get
like,
to a point in your life and you're like, you got struggles, jump.
basic cable it has the Game Show Network. Now, there's Game Show Network has some hits and misses. Okay, you have like the Newlywed Game with I think what's the tennis chick Fredra Williams. Fredra
Serena.
Oh, Serena. She no, you're right. She hosts
Venus
the
is the other one. Twin.
Okay,
Are they
the
twins?
I
They're
thought it was
twins.
Lucius.
Yeah, they all look alike.
Well, they're fraternal.
Lucius?
The fraternal twins. They host the Newlywed Game, which
Their
is kind of
father.
weird.
Own
I
sister,
don't. Now,
Mahogany Williams.
who does the talk show? What's
Drew
what,
Carey.
No, close. He's a white guy with glasses. Oh, you are the father.
Larry,
Oh.
Maury Povich.
No, it's Larry King.
Larry King. No, Maury
Steve
Povich.
Wilkos.
Not Murray.
Oh,
Jerry Springer.
Jerry
Springer does one called Baggage. It's on late at night. And
It's about nut sacks.
Basically, what it is, it's a man.
Leave it up to Jews to bring up the baggage.
Yeah, they do have
no,
huge
take
baggage.
It easy. Take it easy. That's not right.
Is Springer a Jew?
I think so.
Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
matters.
All
Like,
right.
I
Oh,
say
yeah.
that in a real weird
Let
way.
me set the
You
stage.
can't tell from that.
No,
big
is he
old
one of
Jew
them?
nose
Guys are getting me off my
Is
story.
he one of them? Oh my god!
He's always talking about saving money.
I tune in, and the reason I tune in is because who's the bald guy on Food Network that eats all the weird shit?
Anthony Bourdain.
Yes, Anthony
Andrew
Bourdain.
Zimmerman.
Anthony Bourdain eats all this fucking bugs and stuff, and he's a big fat fucking bald dude.
He
Okay,
sweats when he eats.
and
Yeah.
he sweats
It's
profusely.
one of those sweaty eaters.
It's part of the recipe.
My wife cannot stand Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
And so we turn the channel to the Game Show Network. Now, here's the deal. Frederick the Entertainer hosts this fucking great show now. And so he comes out and he's dressed to the nines.
Oh, he always looks good.
He always looks great.
Yeah.
He's got
Does
a suit,
cufflinks have cufflinks?
suit
Yeah.
and tie. His cufflinks have cufflinks.
I've done
Now-
a couple go-to meetings with him. He always looks good.
He comes out and he's a fantastic host. Okay, so
Sponsored by
basically,
Burlington Coat Factory.
the first episode that I watch goes by,
Right.
and it's there's nothing of note.
Yeah.
Somebody wins and somebody loses. Okay, now the winners, fortunately, there was 2 black families, and one black family is better than the other. That's usually how it happens.
Oh wow.
They win.
Black
Now,
on black.
At the end of the they only have 150 points. They only win like $400, but they're invited back. Now, if you win 5 shows,
They do get 2 vouchers to the Golden Corral.
with Frederick the Entertainer, you win a new car. Okay, now this is
Oh,
new.
shit.
This is new. So if
God
you win
damn, a Kia Optima? Are
if
you
you
kidding?
win 5 in a row, no matter if you win the big money, which is $20,000, you win a new car. Now, Frederick says, "Hey, these guys did good. They're a fantastic family. They're gonna come back next." So I'm watching the next episode, right?
Seeing if he changes
Gently
his clothes.
broken
Okay.
in Chevrolet.
Now,
S2.
Another purple suit. Oh my
Imagine
god. With
this.
They get
shoulder
a
pads.
package of hot links.
Now imagine this.
Are
You
those
have-
Earl Campbell's? Holy shit.
You have a black family that came back. They did not win the big money. Okay, they won $348. All right.
Okay.
Now
It's a lot of hot links.
That's a lot of money for a
That-
black family.
That's a lot of hot links. I'm
That'll
telling you.
pay-
A lot of black furs
that
for
will
a
pay
cold
for
accents.
cable for like at least a month or two. All right. So listen, the black family.
Cable shit. We're gonna get Newports.
The
We're
black
gonna get
family
Colt
that
45.
won. The black.
We're gonna
family
get a
that
case of Evil Eye.
Don't you think you should buy car insurance with that?
The black family that won is over on the
Wow, it's a free car.
on the right hand side. I don't remember their name, but now there's this sparkling white family
Oh yeah.
on the left.
Yes.
Now
We're the
And the
Hansons.
McMurtries.
Yes.
The Worthingtons.
Ooh, ouch.
Frederick the Entertainer spends a little bit more time on the white side because he
Well,
doesn't want to
safer.
play favorites.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because Frederick the Entertainer is a beautiful black man.
And
All right,
white
so-
women smell better.
Now, the number 1 contestant looks like Eric, but with really curly hair. He has a
Huge wang.
polo shirt. Looks kind of like a douche.
All right.
He's standing there and he's like this douchey looking dude.
The person.
Hello, sir.
Why are we using Eric on this?
No, I'm
You
just saying.
can
Hello,
the,
sir.
The next person
Hi.
is the mom of the family.
Hi.
It's old-ish blonde, still doable.
Yes.
She's
always.
like 60, but
Yeah.
she's still doable.
Ain't nobody want to slay that dragon.
No.
Next to her,
White moms are the
next
best.
to her is this other guy.
The milk's
That's
gone
right.
bad.
I'm sorry. Next to her is this douchebag. Now, do you remember this? I have the parting hairline. Now, I'm 40, but I have the
Oh, you're
receding,
talking about
the
if you've
receding
ever watched.
hairline.
Yeah, the
If you've ever
Okay.
watched Boy
Widow's
Meets
Peak.
World and seen
Like
the
Dracula.
older brother,
Now, wait a minute. Have you seen these douchebags
yeah,
that
the
had
older
the
brother
receding
from Boy Meets
hairline,
World.
but comb their hair to cover it?
I
you
totally
seen
don't
this?
have a receding hairline.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna cover that.
He's next to him. Now, he tells Frederick the Entertainer, hey, I was voted most hilarious in my class.
Oh, like a class clown.
So we have a connection. Now, Frederick doesn't miss a beat. Like everyone that I came out here,
Yeah.
I was drawn to you. So we are exactly the same. Now, you have a strong black man giving a white man shit. That's
Yeah.
great. Classic TV.
Yeah, dangerous.
Now,
but yeah.
next to that douchey white guy, there's an attractive blonde.
What up, girl?
The attractive blonde is number 5.
Yeah.
Last on the list. And I
Not to
watch
be
her. I'm not,
confused with
I'm
Stranger
not
Things,
into
number 11.
blondes. That's fine, but she's a very attractive blonde. And this is what she says. Frederick the Entertainer said, "What's up, girl? What you're doing?" And she says, "When I was 17, I was in a horrible boating accident.
Oh my God.
Rip the labia right off.
And I
Yeah.
was
I don't have a clit hood anymore.
I survived. So now,
Always
Frederick,
aroused.
I am living life to the fullest."
Yes.
There's a big applause.
Yes, you are. Yeah. Do it.
Now, if you're a fan
She
of...
is. Hey, no, she is.
She is. If you're a fan of Family Feud like I am, Frederick the Entertainer, this episode now the whole time I'm like, there's something weird with the White family. There's something going on with the White family.
Can we
don't
get an
understand.
approximate time that you're watching this?
11:30
Okay, at night.
at night.
All right.
I'm in bed. The air conditioning's on. I'm completely naked, laying next to my wonderful bride.
Okay. I
Now-
like to picture you
Now
watching
I'm
it.
hard.
My wonderful bride she has contacts out.
Just
She takes
milking it.
contacts out. She is somewhat awake. She's listening. She's not watching because she can't see because she's blind like me.
Oh, that's
I
how
have
she took
my
her
glasses
contacts
on.
out.
I'm drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette in bed. I'm completely naked. My wife is grabbing my cock, okay, and rubbing it softly. I'm sort of grabbing her boobs, maybe
But
down
kind
to
of
her.
watching Family Feud.
I'm more into the feud.
This is
Okay,
this is their
Frederick
foreplay.
is
Hold
important.
on, it's the Colonial Life commercial.
And I'm
Don't
telling
fuck
you
with
why.
me.
I'm telling you why right now. I'm going to tell you why. There's something weird with this white family. The black family had just won. They're back for their second attempt. They have won upwards of $300.
Holy shit. We get to stay at the Econo Lodge for another night?
The white family, there's something going on that's weird. I can't place it, guys. I can't place it. I want to say it's the dude that covers his bald spot.
Mm.
It's not him. There's something else going on with his family. I can't place it, right?
Professor Meany.
Now, if anyone's a fan of the feud, like I am, I watch it religiously, okay? It comes to sudden death. Now, what happens in sudden death, you might ask? I'm glad you asked. It's a fantastic
What
question.
happens in sudden death?
Thank you for asking. Number 5, the 5th person comes up, which was the attractive blonde. Now, on the other side, there's this homely-looking black woman.
Oh, that's not fair.
Now, there's an attractive blonde.
That is accurate.
Yes.
You guys have seen Family Feud, right?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
We're all familiar
What's
with
the
America's
rules?
Game.
What's the rules when you come to the podium in front of Frederick? What's the rule?
Don't you shake his hand? Or...
Yeah.
Well, you have to lean
Shake each
across.
other's hands, yeah.
That's right.
And
One
then
hand behind your back.
And then what? Someone said it. Who said it?
One
Hand
hand behind
jive.
your back.
One hand behind your back. Now, at this point, because I'm a fan of Family Feud,
You got to see what's going to
Black,
happen.
then it's both hands behind your back.
the white chick is missing an arm.
Horrible boating accident.
This goes back to when she
Did
was,
she have a fake one?
when she was
No.
17.
He just missed it the whole show.
I missed the whole show. They had been getting into huddles and high-fiving. Not high fives.
But luckily, the good people at Family Feud did an instant replay of all the missed high fives.
Wait, high five. I didn't say high fives plural. I said high fives because she has one arm. She tries to
happens when you boat.
Here's the deal.
Going back to the Olympics.
When she got there, here's the question. Now let's see who can answer. Okay? We have
surveyed.
We've surveyed 100 people. Where are you most likely to be caught with your pants down? Answer.
Bathroom.
Number one answer on the board.
The black family buzzes in, and the black homely woman says, anybody want to guess?
Bedroom.
In church.
She says a car.
Prison.
Car. Now, and when she says car,
Blacks don't have
Frederick
sex in
the
cars.
Entertainer gives the classic roll of eyes, like, oh my God, the car! And
yeah.
What's the white chick with no arms says? She says,
The swimming pool.
Bathroom.
Oh.
Bathroom, number one answer. She wins. So
Thanks, white guy.
One, the whole time I'm
think alike.
thinking, holy shit, this chick doesn't have an arm. She had a boating accident. Now, the first thing that
She
me
don't
and my
shit in the
wife
car.
said when she said she had a boating accident, we're like,
Should we pause it or?
My wife said, "Are you finished yet? Because my arm's kind of getting tired."
Yeah.
so of course I have to stay up for the next episode. The second question, because the white
1:30 by now.
Yeah, the white team won, but there's a chick without an arm.
They won $422.
The second question is, we polled 100 people.
Yeah. At a Big Lots in which
If you were to
Kansas.
sell a body part, what body part would you sell for the most money?
My left arm. Oh!
The very first fucking person on the other team that looked like my fat Greek wedding, okay? That's on one side. The arm missing chick is on the other side. These people won the challenge. The second question was, what body part would you sell for the most money? They get it. They say, I want to play Frederick.
Yes, Frederick.
So Frederick the Entertainer goes to that side of the... What
Paul
does
Harvey,
the chick
please.
say? Paul Harvey says, boom. What would you like to say? And she says, Paul, I'm going with hands.
Oh, it lifts the W in the air?
And the camera flashes back to the one with one hand.
She looked across the fucking aisle, right to that fucking blonde.
I'm going with hands,
As she
Paul.
said it, I'm going with hands.
She playing mind games.
It was wrong, though.
Big
was
fat
getting
Greek
to that
mind
fucking
games.
blonde's head, and it worked. Hands was not up there.
But it was off the rails after
What was
that.
the number one answer? Anybody want to guess?
Eyes.
That's a good guess. It was on the list. Anybody else?
No.
Tits and ass was on the list as well. Now, this
Why
time,
wouldn't
I'm
it be?
fingering my wife and saying, this is the number one answer, because if you guess history, pussy is the number one answer because it's gotten the most money out of everybody. But it was not the number one answer. What was the number one answer? Hair.
Hair, of course. I bought some of Eric's hair the other
I
day.
don't understand that. I don't understand that at
Hair.
all. So that was my that basically. I have got divorced. My kid hates me. My brother-in-law didn't show up for his birthday show.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, by the way. And I remember out of this whole week, I remember Frederick the Entertainer, Paul Harvey.
Good week.
Great week.
Welcome back to the Conrad and Jack Show, everybody.
Woo! Conrad!
Sorry that took so long, you guys.
Well, we peppered you with.
You were in it. Yeah, you were in it.
Could I interrupt real quick?
Oh, go for it. I got
Okay. Chipperoo, what did you do for your birthday?
Well, I took my wife out to dinner where she wanted to go.
Well, that is a great decision, young man.
Thank you.
And I say young man
Yes.
because you are still young.
Right?
Can I get a beer? We're gonna do a little commercial break here and come back. I'm sure we're gonna play a game tonight with all the people. We'll probably play Pick 3. So guys, stick around. I also might have a super sexy story. I do have some stuff coming up if we get to any news. I have a story about a sex toy company that erects the world's largest dick. And
Bachman Enterprises.
Sneak peek inside. Oh, that was last week's. Young girl found wandering the streets with satanic symbols carved into her arms and hands. So, we'll get to those after this break.
Look, Billy, sometimes grown men just love to be kicked in the nuts by a very attractive woman wearing stiletto heels. Sometimes a 22-year-old blonde likes to have a ball gag in her mouth and have her arms bound behind her. Well, why? Is it like playing G.I. Joes? Well, kids don't do that anymore. Is it like playing Transformers, the movie toys? State of Grey can be heard Monday through Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, only on NewVisionsRadio.com.
Live from New York, it's Wine.
Rachel, we're not in New York and we're not live either.
Oh, well, what are we then?
Well, we're pretty and we're sort of funny and we do talk a lot of trash.
You know I love talking trash and judging people for random crap they do that I completely disagree with.
I'm actually trying my best not to judge people anymore.
What? Why? How are you going to talk trash if you're not going to judge people?
With wine. Lots and lots of wine.
Huh. Wine and trash talk. Well, do you think people will enjoy listening to us talk trash every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. on Mixler.com/FalconFM?
I believe so. You can also find us at wineandtrashtalk.tumblr.com and on Twitter at wine_trash talk. See you on Tuesdays.
Pam, they can't actually see us.
Oh, right.
Hello. It's North Korean Connie. If you're looking for any kind of nuclear missiles or any other thing to help grow up and take over the world, go to ConradJackshow.com and click on the Amazon banner. North Korean Connie goes there to buy all his scarves he wears around his waist like a belt and all the funny hats. Look at my mustache I drew on with a pencil. I got that pencil at the ConradJackshow.com Amazon page. It's North Korean Connie. So make sure you subscribe on iTunes and leave a review.
The Conrad and Jack Show. Now serving almond cookies and mustache rides. Ladies, stick shifts and safety belts.
You want to talk up How Have You Not Seen That?
Why, yes, I do. There comes a time in every young man's life where he has to ask himself one important question.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you not see Gladiator, bro?
Haven't you done that?
Oh, my God.
Have you not
Jesus
seen
Christ. 300. Haven't you seen that?
My wife Rachel and I, every week, venture to understand the question of how the fuck have we not seen that? Last week was Beverly Hills Cop. This week,
Again.
who knows? It could be Deliverance.
It could be.
It could be Jaws. It couldn't be Jaws. We've already done Jaws.
No, we haven't done Jaws.
Could be any number of movies, any number of classic films, timeless movies, in the social consciousness, in the zeitgeist. Back to the Future. How have you not seen that? Fridays.
Fridays would be
7
better.
p.m. Central Standard Time.
Central Standard.
Mixler.com.
There we go.
FalconFM.
That's
Tune
it.
in.
Also, I want to put in a plug for Arkham Noir.
That's tomorrow.
Is premiering the very first episode. It's a great crime drama.
I'm doing the call.
Based on L.P. Lovecraft. It's fantastic. Chip's a part of it. I did some sound for it. My friend Cody out of Florida, Orlando, Florida, has wrote it. We're ready to roll on it. It's going to be a couple weeks. We're going to premiere the first episode, followed by 2 more episodes. Don't miss it. 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. 7 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday. Tune in to Mixler, MIXLR.com/Falcon FM right here. You grab it. It's going to be great. It's 30 minutes. You're going to have a talk-back session after that. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to premiere tomorrow, guys.
This episode of the Conrad and Jack Show is brought to you by Dick Shelves. Can't figure out what to call your balls? Dick Shelves.
Look at it.
what you wear, and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair.
Sorry, hold on.
I like them
On the wind that lifts her perfume through the air.
All right, everybody.
I'm bringing up good vibrations. She's bringing up good vibrations.
I'm sorry about the Dick Shelf thing.
No, that's fine.
No, well, here's a backstory on Dick Shelves. As you guys know, my son is almost 4. We still shower together. He walked into the bathroom the other night and said, "Hey, Dad, my shelf's small." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Look, my shelf's stuck up inside me."
Right.
I said, my penis shelf. So he's talking about his balls.
Yeah, when you say 4, you mean 16.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I divide it by 4.
He was born on leap year, bro, so
yeah,
you do the math.
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
It was funny because he walked in and
can't drive, boy. You're only 4 years old.
In complete honesty, which I like to do on this show.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's getting very sexual in my house. There's a passion, that's burning.
Well, I'm glad, finally. I mean,
it hasn't evolved into anything.
No, I understand.
Between the sheets yet.
No,
but I'm just saying
that's fine.
that there is a
tension.
longing.
Yeah, there's a longing
between
Yeah, there
both
is.
partners,
right?
For each other, and because of this, when I got the text or the message from Shannon from Mexico here, about, "Hey, dude, my truck is broke.
Yeah,
can you come? Can we do?"
done it.
And I was in the middle of Veeting up. I was back to my game.
Okay, you're back to your Veet game. See, I didn't know this.
Yeah, I know.
All
You
you
were
had to
cleaning
do was
up.
send out the bat signal like I'm Veeting,
I
and I would have stopped bothering
I
you.
was sitting on the toilet,
Okay.
having a shit,
Okay,
and
right.
Let's have a shit.
As you do.
I'm gonna pump off for 5 minutes to have a shit. Okay.
It's bringing a
my
shit.
dick,
It's
my,
having.
my
Okay.
dick and balls
Yes.
were covered in the
Veet.
Veet.
Yeah.
And then I got your messages like, well, great. I still have a lot of paperwork to do.
One,
I'm in Veet.
sure,
I'm
right.
in Veet City right now.
Yeah.
Looking to get a
See?
a smooth sliding train to
I
Front
heard
Butt
none of
City.
that.
Why
I
would I
heard
tell
none
you?
of that.
It's for the show.
Okay, all right.
But here's the problem, guy. I don't like to. I've been bathing both of my children together.
Well, yeah.
But
right.
I can't fit in there with
One-
both of them.
Save
Yeah,
on water.
well.
So we haven't had a lot of
Your daughter's
moments.
17.
What I
and
mean
you're-
is, anytime my son has ever seen the bird in its nest, there's always been a nest there. So the other night when he walks in with a dick shelf, and
he's talking about a shelf.
he's talking about a shelf, and Big Daddy's in there. Big Daddy don't have no nest no more.
No, it's
There was
gone.
There's been times I've been V'd up.
Why would you do that? There's
Yeah.
fat down there.
Yeah, well, explain.
What do you mean fat
Explain,
down there?
Daddy.
Let's timeline this story.
Daddy, what's wrong with your penis?
Let's timeline this story.
Okay.
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah?
My dick shelf's inside of me.
Okay.
Cut to immediately.
Yeah.
So my house has been very sexual lately.
Yeah.
Cut to I'm Veeting.
Yeah.
Cut to my son has never seen me in the full bush.
Cut to
No, he's
I
always
bathed with
seen me.
both. My,
Can you please throw in? So, anyways, my wife.
Any daddy wiener that my son has seen
Yeah.
has been surrounded by hair.
Some sort of beard.
And it's been fine, even if it was hairless. There has been hairless wieners.
All right.
At least one, a hairless wiener that he's seen.
It's
but
horrifying
he
that
was
you
way
made that plural.
He was way
Yeah.
too
Thank you, Eric.
young to understand.
There's
what was
no
going-
hair.
He didn't
there,
know.
right?
He doesn't
Yeah,
remember.
Sure. Right.
This is the first time since he is a conscious being.
Yes.
Where he will ask if he notices.
What's up with your
So
dick,
I did
Dad?
a lot of the stuff I used to do for some,
Okay.
like in the high school locker room showers, where I'm cupping my dick and balls a lot, hiding
Yeah.
what's going on down there.
Yeah, okay.
It was a very awkward shower between my son and I.
Right.
I mean, he still did his job, so I still came, but I felt like that's where you guys wanted this story to go. He still did his job.
No.
No. Well,
taking
he
a
held
very
the penis
terrible
pump,
turn.
and he pumped it vigorously. He
No,
did.
I know.
He did that.
Well,
He only touched the pump part of it.
Yeah, just the
like
pump.
I said, I went to court last Wednesday, and my mom did tell me after court,
Yeah.
you know, someday your son's going to listen to your show. So I want to make sure I throw that kind of stuff in there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure
I
that'll
did not
really
get that
help
part
his
of,
therapist.
of court.
Yeah.
This is what I got from Conrad from court. So
Well, let's
the
the
attorney,
let's
the
back.
attorney
I'll
was
let you-
Colonel
hold on,
Sanders,
hold
and I
on.
asked a lot about chicken.
Hold
That's
on.
what he said.
Let's backstory it before you go on.
Okay.
For the past, this is 3 years now, my parents have been going through what started out as a nasty divorce and has turned into, let's lose everything.
Yeah,
divorce.
let's fucking just throw everything in the
Everything?
sun bin.
What have you?
goddamn
Yeah.
Before
everything.
you get too far in this story,
More than we have.
I do want to throw out a thank you to all of the fans listening. Of course, Chris, Steve, Aaron,
our friends,
everyone that's around. But I think we've made it somewhat of a new fan, and I talked about him on my show.
Okay.
Kirk, Mr. Watson. If you're nasty, he's a fan of some of the podcasts that we enjoy, Mike O'Mara and Don Geronimo and Buzz and whatever. And I found him through that. He had a picture of Boondock Saints, and I reached out to him and I said, "Hey, you should turn in and
Who's
take."
the actor from Boondock Saints? The old detective from the first Boondock Saints.
The old detective was Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe looks
right.
fucking just like Jenna Bush.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. Well, in drag, I can see that.
You put a wig
Yeah,
on William
because
Dafoe,
William Dafoe
let him rub oil on a
was
fucking
in drag.
Indian, and all
You're
of a sudden
absolutely right.
you got Jenna Bush in
But
Rio
here's the
Games.
deal. I said because you enjoy some of the shows that we have enjoyed either in
Yeah.
the past or right now.
Right. Well, it's
And
hard
then-
to enjoy Michael.
And
O'Mara
then
now.
I said, and by
Unless you
the
want to
way,
hear Oscar laugh.
I dig your Boondock Saints picture, and he says, you know what? I'm friends with a lot of people. No one's got it. You got it. I'm going to check out the show, and he enjoyed the show. And I just want to say thank you. He's from Virginia. I just want to say thank you. Now go on with your show.
Okay,
go on with your.
I'm sorry. I just got into my Michael O'Mara game. So, anyways,
oh, you talk about Oscar. Show prep.
So,
all right.
My parents have been going through a nasty divorce.
Yes, they have.
And it has culminated. Is that the right word?
Culminated.
Culminated.
Thank you, lawyer.
That's my Oscar Santana moment right
you.
there.
Thank you, Oscar.
Is that Roscoe P. Coltrane?
It has culminated in this final trial.
Show
which
prep.
The only reason I say it's final is because there is literally no money left to fight over.
Well, it's been final for
yeah,
4
but
years
they've had
now.
many
Yeah.
trial dates set, and each time it's been extended for one reason or another. We all have heard crazy divorce stories. I haven't talked about it much on this show, even though I've been involved in this thing since the beginning. That being said, there was supposed to be a trial a few months ago, right? Sorry, a few months ago, and in
Correct.
that I got subpoenaed by my mom to go to the trial.
Not
which
asked.
is great.
Not asked, by the way. Subpoenaed. Right.
And,
Your ass is older than
You
Coke.
have to go.
Are you Conrad Garrison?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I am.
You've been
subpoenaed.
Yeah. So apparently, that wasn't necessary for this trial because they didn't tell me that the last trial got. I showed up at the courthouse. There was no trial. I was subpoenaed to be there. Nobody told me there wasn't a trial, which is great. And then this one, they didn't subpoena me, which is even better. So
he just showed up.
My
Like,
dad.
here I am. What do you
my
want?
dad said, "Hey, dude, we're going to be doing this. I would like it if you would come in and just be honest, just say everything that you've been involved in, that you know, whatever it is. Okay, I can do that, and I'll do it because my dad. You asked me, I'll do it, and I don't care. I don't see how it matters because you're both broke. All this stuff he knows as I go in.
His mom subpoenaed him. His dad just asked him to come
Yeah.
to court.
So that's
he
how
just
this whole
comes to court,
thing's
right?
been going on. But so I go there. He says, and I don't go there to watch this thing. And apparently, there was an audience for different parties for this thing because it was a 2-day event. And
They sold
second day,
tickets.
the
It
second,
did really.
yeah, it did really well.
It did really well.
Better than the Olympics. And
Yeah.
The
One
second
night
day,
only at the domestic court lounge.
the second day, my dad calls me in the morning and says, "Hey,
Ring the bell, Apollo.
try to
Ding,
be-
ding.
I'll get you a time." And then he texts me later, says, "Hey, be there around 2." All right. So that day, it's Thursday. So it's last Thursday, which is after this show. And we have a lot of things that we do on Thursday. And so I try to configure our whole day around me having to leave. I try to get somebody to help Mexico, which I know he didn't need, but I felt bad. So all of these things, right? So I helped Mo up until subpoena time. And if you see me in this camera right now, I walk into the courtroom like this. And I sit down and they say, some lady talks, one of the many psychiatrists that have been involved in this case, was up there talking, and I sit down, and then up next is Big Daddy and King Cobra, and King Cobra walks up. All right, we're gonna call the stage. I always say there's a stage for me.
It was
King
a stage.
Cobra.
Yeah.
Get up there, and the judge asks me, do the raise the right hand, gonna tell the truth.
Yeah.
And I was excited.
I just wanted some
here's the
background
thing.
music.
Yeah,
Tell me about the judge's hair.
Judge looked a lot like, I use this reference for the attorney. He looked like a lot like Paul Ryan, the Wisconsin.
You told me Paul
former
Rudd.
vice president. Looked like Paul Rudd.
Okay,
Paul Rudd
thank
too.
you.
That's fine. That works. So I sit down, and this whole line of questioning that's going to be coming at me is from my father's attorney, and I would say I'm somewhat prepared for this because I did have a kind of meeting with him just because he wanted to see where I was at on some issues.
It was more of a meet and greet.
Yeah, a meet and greet, where he wanted to see where I was at with some issues that they were going to be bringing up. When I got to the courthouse, I forgot this part. My dad said, well, here's what they've been doing for the past day and a half. They've been saying that they've been having people, your boss, my boss. I have one big client that I mow for. They called him to the stands. They're saying that my father and I are colluding on my company that I started like 2 years ago for my dad to be in on it and then intentionally drowning the business that my dad currently runs. That's what they're saying.
Wow.
And they're using people that I currently work for, that my dad has or my mom has no affiliation with. But to me, that really irritates me. And then the opposite attorney, the opposing, at least my mother's attorney, is the guy who apparently is a huge dick and is attacking my boss and my dad, whoever is up there trying to defend whether or not what's been going on. Said, no problem, guy. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll just tell you what's been happening because all you guys have vaginas and I'll tell you. So I did raise my right hand. They asked me a bunch of questions. I go into my shit. And maybe you guys heard my Olympic rant. My rant in the courtroom was a lot like that.
Fantastic. How many times did you get interrupted?
Not at all.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Nobody stopped me from talking ever. Here's what happened. The attorney that called me, my father's attorney, asked me all these questions. I answered all of them. And I don't think it was bad to either my mom or my dad. This is just what's happening. The only reason I say that is because even after the thing, my mom's like, she's fine with it. If I was I wasn't attacking either parent or anything.
You wasn't attacking anyone.
I'm not. But did my mom not look good in this? Yeah, because apparently the whole day before she'd been lying about what's been going on. So it doesn't look good. But she realized she'd been doing it. She knew that, oh God, he's going up there. And there was no nerves. There's nothing. The nervousest I've ever been was talking to fucking Buzz Burbank. Hi.
Yeah.
On an interview.
That's true.
That was nervous. Why? Because I cared if he thought I was funny, which I wasn't, and we shit on that interview. But to be fair to myself, doing whatever I do on this microphone must have prepared me for what I was going to do in that courtroom, because all of a sudden Colonel Sanders, my mom's attorney, pops up, and he comes up there, and he's got his little notes that he's been writing and scratching down throughout the trial. And the whole question was, the name of my business is Garrison and Sons, right? So that was a big question for him. That was his killer. Here's how it started. There was a contract that my parents do, right? And they've done it for the past 3 years. Well, this contract had just recently, one of the vendors that my parents mow for had bought another vendor in town. And in doing so, they told my dad, if you want to bid all of it, you can bid all of it, but you have to do it as your own company. You can't have subcontractors. We've been using subcontractors to take care of the current contractor. Right. So my dad says, we can't do it. We can't bid it, because if you won't allow that, there's no way we can do it. My mom thinks because we're not bidding it, he's intentionally devaluing the company. So I get up there. They ask me that same question, and I said, well, there's no fucking way they could do it if that's the stipulations of the contract, which as I know, that's the only way I understand them. And then the opposing attorney comes up. and he says, hypothetically,
Yeah.
if this vendor was going to allow you, if this client was going to allow you to fulfill their contract with subcontractors, would Early Bird be able to do that? And I said, that doesn't matter. He said, what? I said, it does. What do you mean hypothetically? That's ridiculous. This is what they did say, and this is what we couldn't do as Early Bird. I said, yeah, but okay, I know. But hypothetically. I said, why are you saying that? Hypothetically, are you just going to start asking hypothetical questions in here? Hypothetically. I said, hypothetically, I could do it if that's what they allowed, because I'm just one guy, and if I could just get subcontractors, I'll have all my buddies go out there and do it. Hypothetically. So,
Let
yeah,
me know when you need
hypothetically,
help.
yes, hypothetically. But unfortunately for you, there is no hypotheticals when it comes to this kind of thing, because you're talking about a lot of money and somebody that says, unhypothetically, you can't have subcontract. So, unhypothetically, it doesn't matter. Hypothetically, say whatever you want, because it doesn't matter.
Hypothetically, I could hire clowns right now to sit on my cock for like $100. Hypothetically.
So his follow-up, his big thing that he wrote down, the man that's getting paid.
This was the Perry Mason question.
This is
the Perry Mason drop the mic question.
I noticed the name of your company, Garrison and Sons. How'd you get that name? I said, well, my name's Garrison, and I figured I'd start there. And after that, it didn't sound good just saying Garrison, so I moved it to and Sons. He said, do you have sons? I said, oh, I have a son. Well, you said and sons. I said, well, it sounded better. I said, what does it matter? What do you care what I call it? I can call it anything I want. This isn't a corporation. This is a sole proprietorship. It's Garrison and Sons. It's a DBA. I can change it tomorrow. Nobody I mow for cares if I call it Fart University. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. So you can call it Garrison and Sons. You can call it whatever you want. I know what you're trying to do to me right now, and you're trying to say, well, the reason I did it is because my dad's Garrison and I'm his son, and he's got many sons, and then he's going to work with me. But guess what, guy? I'm not going to hire my dad. That's not going to happen. Are you kidding? Why would I do that? I wouldn't hire either of these assholes. They're in court paying you to do what you're doing. I'm not doing that.
God, I wish I could have been there.
Well, that's what everybody said.
Yeah, well.
Then he said, no further questions. And I said, are you sure?
Are you sure? Hey. Hey, Colonel.
When are you going to ask one?
Great price on your bucket of chicken. I could feed my whole family,
Hypothetically.
If your price of chicken is $12.95 for a bucket of chicken.
My biggest drop the mic moment, though, was just walking out and leaving, because I didn't give a
Yeah.
I came there to say what was actually happening,
Right.
and then I left and went
Are
mode.
you done? Yeah. And he came back and he pulled up in his car, and I'm like, "Are you done?" Because me and he had went by and got one of somebody to help
One of
me.
his Mexicans.
Right? One of somebody, and I do love Jared. Jared's a big fan of
he's
the show.
listening now.
and he's listening now. And I love Jared, and we had a great day together because it was like a vacation. Seriously, we got a lot of shit
Thanks.
done. I mean, it was a vacation because
Conrad wasn't there.
Conrad wasn't there.
Actually did work.
We got a lot of stuff done. I love the guy. So then he pulled up and it ruined everything.
The Conrad and Jack Show Theater presents super sexy secret stories of the rich and famous. Always at that time, baby. So lay back, grab a towel, get nude, maybe pop some pink champagne. Oh, that's naughty. And listen while Conrad in Mexico regale you with only the sexiest of stories. Oh, so good. Light a fire. The stories are about to begin. Hot to the top, baby.
That's quite possibly one of the best things I've ever recorded for this show. I just want to throw that out there.
It was tight.
The setting is simple.
Thank you.
We're at a Howard Johnson studio.
Did I mention Toby Keith was in town last night?
I'm glad you mentioned it.
Okay. He was in town last night.
Never heard of her.
I talked to Toby last night.
It'll come up.
Lance was having a tough time of it. He decided to escape for a few hours and go down to the casino to watch Toby Keith.
Fuck it, I'm watching Toby Keith.
Afterwards, he decided, I'm too drunk to drive. So he Ubered to a Howard Johnson's nearby. Now this Howard Johnson's pool closed at 10 p.m. And Lance was set on the first floor, right next to the pool. He thought maybe the manager wouldn't notice. But about 11:30, he turned off CNN and opened the glass door and walked out to the Arboretum. Now, as we know, Howard Johnson, they don't supply robes.
Well, sort of.
Luckily, Lance brought his own. And as he disrobed into his whitey-tidies.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, buffering.
That's fine. Take your time.
Look at it until then.
Just take your time.
He took a step into the shallow end and a step a little further. Finally, he was waist deep and enjoying the cool water on his tense body. Wrong music.
It got funky.
All right, here you go.
Welcome to the pool party.
Lance laid to the side of the pool, his arms stretched on either side of the concrete. He had his eyes closed and was drifting off to sleep when all of a sudden he heard a rustling. Somebody else coming out of the door. Hi. A young woman appeared. Hi. Name's Lance. Name's Sharon.
I like the cut of your jib, Sharon.
Lance said as Sharon walked up to the pool. Sharon, also not wearing traditional swimwear, was dressed in an evening gown.
Yeah, but a wet evening gown. What have you been doing, Sharon? Have you been taking a dip in the forbidden pool?
Sharon's face was greasy. She walked into the water. She walked over to Lance. I couldn't sleep, she whispered in his ear.
Well, goddamn it, I'm glad.
Lance said.
Jesus Christ, I'm glad that you came down here and waded through this pool so I could meet you.
Howard Johnson's offers buffalo wing Fridays. Both Lance and Sharon enjoyed these wings.
My fingers are thick with sauce. I'm pleased to meet you. It looks like you've eaten your fair share of wings, Sharon.
Sharon laughed. I guess I have, she said, as she spit out a bone on the side of the pool. Sharon grabbed Lance around the back of the neck and hugged him close and said, Are you here with anyone?
Well, yeah, but maybe no. You've caught me at a very tender stage in my relationship. I was thinking about taking it to the next step, but since you came in and spit that bone at my feet, I've been thinking twice about my life's decisions.
Sharon giggled at Lance's response. She sat down hard on his lap, trying to feel the erection that was growing.
It's not there yet, bitch!
Lance yelled, as she could feel her squirming for it. Sharon noticed that Lance had a glass eye. She didn't want to call attention to it, so she asked, Is everything all right with you? Which Lance responded,
I have flashbacks to the Korean War sometimes, and my wife doesn't understand. You look like a woman. Well, I'm just going to say it. Your cut of your jib is fantastic. I like the cut of your dress, and you spit a bone out, and you noticed my glass eye. I did have a little bit of an accident with napalm in the Korean War.
Sharon felt bad for asking. She asked if he was in the military still.
I am. I'm retired, and now my dick is hard as steel.
Sharon felt it hard on her stomach. She asked him if he wanted to go back to the room and that she'd been watching Double Dare all night.
I do, and I want you to slime me.
Lance said as Sharon
I've been a
grabbed his
bad
hands.
boy. I have been a bad boy. I want you to slime all over my cock and balls, Sharon.
Sharon giggled as Lance walked out of the pool. Sharon noticed that his toes weren't normal.
My toes, if you're asking. I haven't cut my toenails in like 3 years.
Sharon wondered what the clack-clack sound was. Relieved that it was just his toenail, she said, "Oh, it's fine." And they walked up to her room. On the second floor, the Howard Johnson can be very beautiful. As she opened the door to her screened-in half-porch, she asked Lance if he was hungry. She pulled a corn dog from behind the curtain.
Thank God, because I ran out of garlic knots.
Lance said, as Sharon dipped the corn dog in sriracha mixed with barbecue sauce.
Jesus Christ, I like sriracha. They have a little Asian man that came over on a ship and he made the sriracha sauce. It's a great story. I don't know if you've Googled it. It's a documentary.
Sharon said she had. She laid down on the floor. There was a anarchy symbol drawn with chalk.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Sharon said, as Lance wondered what was going on with
Lance
the
said,
candles.
but Sharon, I said that. I said that. Goddamn it, get it right.
Well, we're in Sharon's room.
Okay,
so she laid down.
I'm sorry.
Anarchy symbol.
I like David Duke. I voted for him several times.
Lance said as Sharon disrobed. Sharon started pulling bits of Hebrew nationals from the carpet, tossing them into her mouth.
It's fine. They're kosher.
Sharon said. Lance looked at Sharon longingly and asked if he should take off his clothes.
I want to take off my clothes. I'm a little embarrassed about my toenails, as you know.
She said the only thing you have left on is that weird pair of underwear. It's like a thong, but there's a hole where your butthole is.
They were given to me by a different race. I call them the Greys. They visited me from another world.
Sharon turned on the radio.
Do you know the governor of Milwaukee?
I do, Sharon said.
The governor of Milwaukee was a wrestler. Do you know his name?
Sharon giggled, and then she got on all fours. She looked up at Lance as she pulled down her jean shorts. They were tattered and greasy. He
Say
noticed
his name to me.
She had 2 buttholes, and her clit was huge.
Is that a penis?
Lance asked, weirdly, out of the side of his mouth as he started sucking the dick of Sharon. As he deep-throated Sharon's clit, Lance wondered how far this would go. All of a sudden, there was a door opening. A black man walked in.
What's up?
Pulled the curtains down.
Hi, Shaq. Listen, I've been talking to everybody with Little Shaq and writing all kinds of autographs.
Sharon giggled as she saw the black man disrobe.
This is my Little Shaq.
The black man said,
I wanted to tell you that Little Shaq really likes your body. I like the song. Little Shaq likes the song too. Sometimes I want you to rub Ben Gay all over your body. Sometimes.
Shaq took off his clothes completely, left in only his toed socks.
Yeah, sometimes the people call them Crocs, and I call them toe socks, and it's fine. They said, my name is Shaq.
There was a small bag of fun-sized Cheetos underneath the bed.
I like fun-sized Cheetos.
On her hands and knees, Sharon scurried over and started nibbling. Lance followed quickly and inserted himself inside of her.
Feels really good. I like that.
Lance was moaning. All of a sudden,
I love this song.
it started opening. Lance was amazed. It seemed to open all on its own.
Mashed potatoes!
Oh no! What's going on? And that's when it happened. A big piece of shit fell out of Sharon's asshole.
Cancel the meeting!
Shaq picked it up. He smeared it on his chest.
I like that. It's just hell's
He
my
couldn't
back.
believe she did it without prompting. His dick hard from excitement. He grabbed Sharon by the back of the throat.
Yeah.
Touching the window frame, he started kicking the glass out. I'm gonna kill you, bitch! He started yelling.
Sometimes
Nobody
it
knew
happens.
what was going on. The manager of Hojo's come running up,
I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
covered in Burger King burrito sauce, the handful of Crystal Pepsi.
Tell me about Sriracha.
You must pay for cleanup.
He yelled while disrobing. All of a sudden, there's 3 men. Sharon in the middle, Lance to the left, Shaq to the right,
Hello.
and a young man who works at Howard's Johnson's right in front of her.
Hi.
My name is John.
There was shit on the floor, shit on the walls. There was blood everywhere.
There was firecrackers. And burritos.
I'm gonna light these bottle rockets now.
Sharon squatted down in a catcher's position. She took 3 dicks in one hand. She stroked twice. And all of a sudden, 3 men came into each other to form one magic man.
God damn it.
Comatron.
I'm doing come so hard. Fuck shit.
Comatron laid on the couch. Not wanting anything to do with Sharon, he grabbed the bag of Cheetos and started nibbling. He asked her to turn the station. And he spent the rest of the night watching bicycling in the Olympics.
Randoson first.
Sharon killed herself that night. And Lance and Shaq were never to be seen again.
I got money to make.
It turned into a weird supernatural thing. I don't know what happened there.
It's fantastic. It's a great story, though.
Beautiful.
It was a good story.
I think more people should turn to suicide.
Well, I mean, you got to rent the gun, and then you have to buy the bullet. I'm just FYI. It's only $2. You'll be fine.
You can buy a rope for $10. I mean, those the penny pinchers out there, those are trying to save that extra buck.
That's me.
Just
Dollar it.
Just Google it and just tie a noose.
Dollar store does have.
And done.
Dollar store does.
I
have.
think
But then you gotta learn how to
every
tie a
person
knot.
at the dollar store can tie a noose.
What is the topic? Hey everybody, welcome back to Pick 3!
Birthday boy has it. I know he has it right now.
The 3 Olympic sports that didn't pass the censors.
Yep.
Pick 3 is a game created by Shannon and
Chip, really. I mean,
Chip.
I'm going to give some credit to Chip. It actually came from another little podcast we used to do, White Noise Project. But
Pick
it is
3 is a
involved
product
into-
of White Noise Project.
It's involved into this.
I
and
need
it's
paper.
actually better.
And
this
what it
time.
is
I got
we pick a topic. Each member of the game, each contestant, with that topic in mind, chooses answers to that topic. 3 answers.
Pass them out.
And then we vote on the best answer.
Yep.
It's a simple game.
Simple. Yeah. Who has more pencils, pens?
I've got another pen.
Yeah.
Need one?
Markers?
Tonight on Pick 3,
Yeah, I need one. Over
we're
here.
going to be playing. First round is Olympic sports that didn't get chosen for the Olympics.
Okay. First person to tag in actually gets a point.
Well, I need a pen.
Okay.
That's the only problem.
Use that
Someone's a
marker.
marker. Where's that marker?
Right
There's
there.
a marker. There you go.
Okay, Olympic sports that didn't get chosen. In.
Ding.
Oh.
Shit.
Point.
It's solid.
I ding.
Ding.
I'm like third. It was Conrad and then Chip and then me. Did you ding?
No, I'm still on. I only have 2.
We need to go slow.
I don't know how to play this game.
You need to list the 3 sports
That didn't make
that
the
didn't
Olympics.
make it past the Olympic censors.
The Olympic Committee did not
Ding.
choose.
Backs in. Now we're just waiting on Andy and Eric.
Yeah. Love this.
I think this song
Ding,
would be
I mean-
best accompanied with some Spanish.
Comotron no está complacido.
See?
I was third. I'm in.
I'll go first to give Andy. Andy can go last.
Okay.
First on Olympic sports that did not get chosen for the Rio Games
Yeah.
is Indian leg wrestling. Now, what this is actually 2 Indians,
Right.
can be dot or feather.
Well,
Whoa.
preferably one
That's
and one.
the trick.
Yeah.
But also wrestling with other people's legs.
Oh shit. Okay, so they place the legs like Legos.
Well, no, each
Cage
participant,
match.
Okay.
each country
Gotta hack them off
provides
first.
a participant.
All right, like Canada.
Okay, Canada has a participant, an
Okay.
Indian participant,
Yeah.
who holds a leg while wrestling.
Oh,
It's Greco-Roman, but you have to hold a leg.
I see what you're saying. So basically,
A
it's
human
like,
leg.
Can it be cut
Hold
off?
on, shut up.
I mean,
Phil Mickelson's on.
So I talked to my rheumatologist, and he prescribed Enbrel to help relieve joint pain and help stop further joint damage.
Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections,
This is the commercial where he
tuberculosis,
doesn't blink.
lymphoma,
Watch, guys.
other cancers,
Watch him
nervous
not blink.
system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising,
Right.
bleeding, or paleness.
Okay.
Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
Get back to the things that matter most. Ask how Enbrel can help relieve joint pain and help stop joint damage.
Enbrel, the #1 rheumatologist prescribed biologic.
Well, my
okay.
finger fell
All
off
right.
again.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's just Indian leg wrestling.
Okay, but with different people's legs.
Huh?
I mean, different people's legs. I mean, they could be unbodied or.
They stole the refugees' legs.
I'm asking. They have different. Okay, all right.
Sorry,
Chip, you're-
I'm going to do the whole podcast as Phil Mickelson now from the Enbrel commercial.
Perfect. Chip, you're up.
It's more visual than audio, but listen,
Yeah,
it's great.
No, that's fine. Chip, you're.
Is he not reading the rest of his list?
No, he is. That
Oh,
was just,
do I go? Okay,
That was, no, that
my
was
next
number
one. I'll
Okay,
do all 3.
all right,
I'm
all right,
sorry,
sure.
no, I
My
can't
second
remember how
one.
to do it.
My second one was gymnastics for gays.
What does that entail?
That made the Olympics.
Hello
Yeah,
there.
that
That
was.
made the Olympics like 60 years ago, too.
Oh,
Welcome to Rio.
and my third one was just face painting.
Too real.
So
Too real.
they weren't all good, but
All
See,
right.
I went a different direction.
Chip, what's your
it's funnier
3?
when I say it as Phil Mickelson,
Yeah,
isn't
it is. It absolutely
painting.
is. Face.
Huh? I have rheumatoid arthritis.
Consult your doctor, am I right? My number 1 sport
Yeah.
didn't make the Olympics. The censors wouldn't let Kegel powerlifting go.
Okay.
All right, Kegel.
Not this
powerlifting.
year.
Not this year.
Well, maybe next year. Kegel.
Maybe next.
Kegel powerlifting.
That's when you lift stuff with your pussy muscle.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kegel.
Or your anus muscles.
Whichever.
okay.
Whichever
That's-
you're working
Men
out
and
at
women
that day.
compete.
Men and
Okay,
women can-
we're in.
Okay.
We're in. Kegel powerlifting.
Another one didn't make it past the center was the 10-meter curb stomp. That is exactly what it sounds
Wow,
like.
in Rio they didn't even allow
They
that.
didn't- even
okay.
in Rio.
Even in Rio.
But I mean, they're really progressive.
Wow.
No.
Welcome back to our podcast, Even in Rio.
But the number one censors agreed across the board, unanimous censors
Okay.
decision, would not let this sport end this time. This time was rhythm method gymnastics.
Catholics were outraged.
Outraged! Not in Rio!
Really pissed right now. I don't understand what's going on.
Todd, welcome back to the Rio Games. Hey, listen, before we get on with this bicycle ride, can I just ask you a question? Why isn't the rhythm method allowed in the Olympic Games?
Well, I don't understand.
It's interpretive dance with rhythm methods.
I understand that.
None of those dancers are pregnant. They never will be.
Who was third? Who was third in? Anybody? I was. Okay. All right. Number one, the one that bad touch. Basically, what it is it's
Tag? Is it team tag?
It's kind of like team tag.
it's kind of like
country tag.
it's kind of like country tag.
Oh,
just-
no. The Pakistani
Well, you
team
have
is
to
out
be-
of control.
Well, you have to be
you have to tag
related.
buttholes.
It's a four-person team,
Okay.
men or female, and basically you just hide behind trees.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you just
A lot of
tag.
trees in Rio.
Well, it's bad touch. It's bad touch. So
What does that mean, though?
Well, it's the first team that touches. Here's the deal: you try to tag your teammates.
Okay, say I'm playing,
Yeah, you're playing,
and you're against me.
No, I'm with you.
Oh,
I'm on
okay.
your same team. Now, I don't know you're coming around the tree,
Oh, yeah.
and so I try to tag you.
Okay.
It's like a relay.
Yeah.
But I'm a little low, and I catch your left nut.
Okay.
That's bad touch. That's 1 point against. That counts against your team.
I see.
All right. Do you get it now?
I get it now. That
All
makes
right,
perfect
so-
sense.
It's like Operation.
So
Yeah, it's like a lot like Operation
It's
without
just tag.
tools. It's called
'Cause
bad.
well, when I used to play tag, it was a lot like that. I get in trouble for touching the girls.
It's a bad touch. Now you'll like the second one. It's the forehand
I
massage.
tagged her. She's out.
The second
fucking
one's
did.
forehand massage. Basically, what you have, it's a two man or two woman team. It could be co-ed.
Yeah.
You're
racing against the clock.
You're
or-
racing against the other team.
Okay.
You have an hour to perform.
Okay.
You have four hands. How much there is?
Is it a semen thing?
No, it's not. It has nothing. It's not sexual.
Oh, okay.
Stop making it sexual.
I'm sorry.
It's a four.
I'm body positive.
No, that's fine. Body positive is fine. You have two people, which equals four hands. Usually, unless you're on,
right?
Unless you're on with
with those weirdos from different countries.
No, I was actually going to say unless you're on Family Feud, then it could be.
Oh yeah, well,
3.5.
she can't compete.
No, she can't compete.
Bad touch.
Here's that
She was
can't-
really good, too.
She was good at bad touch. She could not compete in forehand massage.
Shit.
Forehand massage is basically you are a team. It could be co-ed. It could be same sex.
Yeah.
You're rubbing down someone. Now, there is monitors, heart monitors, and the like, monitoring the person's body.
Right.
You have to give a complete 100% relaxation. That's your goal.
Yes.
By the end of 60
They have
minutes.
to die.
60 minutes. Basically,
You massage them to the death.
if you massage them to death, you win. I mean, if there's no response to the person, you win.
It's gonna be hard to compete with the Japanese this year. but-
If you liked bad touch,
okay,
and you like forehand massage, you're going to love sand tubing. Sand tubing.
It's kind of self-explanatory. It's just basically tubing on sand.
It's tubing on sand. Basically, there's
there's ATV.
There's a large pile of sand. You take There's at least one person.
Right. Well,
that
there's
goes
obviously a competitive advantage to some of the refugees, but we get that.
Refugees do have a little bit of an advantage, but you and a partner get on some sort of tube.
Okay.
It could be a blow-up tube. It could be a stainless steel tube of your own design.
Stainless steel tube.
You go to the top of a
That's a wheel.
large sand pile, and you slide down. The fastest down the sand on a tube wins. Now, your tube cannot spring a leak on the way down, by the way. So there are obstacles.
You got a driver and a patcher?
Yeah, there's
like bobsled.
Yeah, there's obstacles.
Well, you got to watch out for the Americans this year. Chet Manley drives a mean tube.
Yeah,
but
he's
he
been
couldn't
practicing.
do it without Lucius Anderson.
Yeah, well, there's
Steering the rig. Steering the rig.
There's thorns.
Holy shit.
There's thorns like Jesus. So,
Goddamn, welcome back to the Rio Games, everybody.
So,
hey, listen, we're going to be watching sand tubing after the break, and I just want to give you guys a heads up.
But a quick update, Matt Lauer is fine after the bee
After
sting.
the bee sting,
Apparently there was
he
a bee
is
sting
fine.
incident.
All right, so to run it back down, it's bad touch.
Okay.
And forehand massage.
I don't know why any of these did not make it.
Well, no, I don't either. And sand.
Watch the fuck out of sand tubing.
Sand
I watch it
tubing.
more than I watch
I'm watching
fucking
sand tubing in my mind
Eric,
right
what's
now.
your 3? I think you tagged in
Hey,
4th.
before you go, Eric, let me just remind you. Right now in the Olympic Games, we have swimming,
Yep.
bicycling,
Check.
wrestling,
Yep.
boxing, basketball,
10-millimeter
And
air
golf.
rifling.
and that's
Don't
it.
don't forget air
And-
rifle.
So,
Air rifle.
can you
Shooting.
beat those? Try.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good ruck.
Clay shooting. So, number 1
Yeah, number 1 on your list.
was, these aren't very good. Number 1 is tranny rebuilding. And that's, you drink a 12-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Right.
And then you have
Tranny rebuilding?
Then you have to rebuild a 1978 El Caminos tranny.
Okay, so
All right.
you kind of went,
Nobody beats the Canadians.
you went
Right.
local
Oh,
there. Yeah,
shit.
local
Every year
in
the Canadians
Canada.
win.
Oh, was that an El Camino? Oh, you bring it over here.
Yeah, bring it
Oh,
over,
shit,
eh?
is that
Oh,
Pabst?
yeah.
I drink
Oh,
the fuck
shit,
out of some
yeah,
Pabst.
hey, we can do that, yeah.
So on the same roll of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Right.
The next one is no bruise wife beating.
So you didn't go with Ham's
And
theory.
that
All
is
right.
where
And
you-
the Saudis win that every
they
year.
start
Yeah.
with,
Every
with a
year.
Every
woman
year.
barking at you, and
Okay.
you have to beat her furiously. But the judging is how many bruises she has the next day.
Oh,
the
shit.
least
Oh,
amount of
so
bruises
yeah.
wins.
It's like a marathon.
Oh,
And that's great for
least
ratings.
amount.
That's great for ratings.
So you have to beat her so nobody notices.
Oh, shit.
Leave
Well,
the audience hanging on. Like,
Okay.
holy shit. There's
Well-
no way Canada could
You gotta
win.
get the phone book
It's
in
all-
between the broomstick
There you
handle
go.
and her
It's all
face.
technique. It's all technique.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah,
like
I
the
would've went-
Ecuadorian team has brought out the bag of oranges.
I don't know, but last
Veteran
year,
play.
You gotta
Chet, we
go
thought
with
the
the
same
oranges,
thing.
eh?
There's soap in a sock somewhere, and that sock is double padded.
Listen, in the World Championships, they tried the same move.
But they didn't follow through, Tom. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the problem,
You
yeah.
gotta follow through or you're
Really
gonna bruise.
let the swing go all the way through the body.
That's a deep tissue bruise.
No, those
Doesn't show
oranges.
on
I
Those
call it a bone
oranges are
bruise.
gonna get that thud you can't get with the soap, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, eh. Number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Canada's
And
always
I'll be
involved.
honest, I crossed out a couple others,
Okay.
and this one may be crossing the line.
Oh, ouch.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Fucking Chip's
It's Rio.
wife. Because that won last week. I mean, yeah, I would
Shannon,
applaud that.
Get somebody to give him a Reese's Pieces cup. Because
It was fucking Chip's wife.
number 3 is
Fucking
Chip's wife cockholding.
Yes!
I earned that Reese's Pieces.
Every Olympics.
Has to watch his wife sleep with numerous men, and whoever does it best.
Okay. Yeah.
They're the winner.
Wins.
There is no quitting the Somali team.
Eric
said no. They are all after it, and I'm telling you what.
in the game of List 3, Eric has a go-to, but it always works.
It always works.
go back to the well.
Chip's wife has never been happier. I
Yes.
mean,
Loves it. Loves it.
absolutely
And
loves
Chip
Olympics.
has never slept better, I might
No,
add.
Chip is fine. Chip is.
Thanks
you're
to
taken
cuckolding?
care of.
That's
and
great.
this new
Now,
Tempur-Pedic.
here's what I want to know. That's a great list, by the way, Eric. I want to know who's fifth and who's sixth. Who tagged in first? Zach? Zach, go for it.
Number
one.
My first one
Yep.
is bedwetting.
Okay. There's obviously some advantages for some company.
Yeah, is there wetness? I mean, do you weigh the mount?
You weigh the mattress.
Or is it first to pee?
No, you have to weigh the mattress before.
Okay.
It has
And
to be
after.
a new mattress.
Yep.
That's why it didn't get in.
Yeah.
A booty rest.
Because
sleep
it
number.
is very expensive to
Yep.
just load a mattress
Okay.
with thick urine.
Yeah. And then you go.
It's
and
the
then
before and the after.
Is there a time
So
event?
like a
Is
nighttime
Is
thing.
it timed?
It's from
24
10
hours.
o'clock in the evening
Okay.
till
Okay.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so
So
12
full
hours.
night.
There's
No,
about
for the
12
record,
12
that
hours.
didn't make
Right.
the normal Olympics, but that is in the Senior Olympics.
Yes, that's in
Yes.
Paralympics
Long-term
also.
stable
I
Senior
have
Olympics.
heard
And
of
guess
that.
what? Try to compete in the Paralympics at that.
Was Sandy
Good
Nilsson.
fucking luck.
Sandy Nilsson is the undisputed queen of the urine competition. All right, now you're number two.
Even with the Russian doping scandal.
If you go number two, Shitville, because number two.
I went higher up with
Okay,
it.
good.
Okay.
But
Good.
much with the Senior Olympics, I went
Number
with
three.
tooth pulling.
Okay.
You have to
pulling.
extract your own tooth.
All right. Just one?
Timed event. I'm guessing it's timed event.
Yeah.
Well, it is timed event, and
All
it depends
utensils
on
equal?
Yes.
how many teeth you have in your head.
Okay.
Oh, you're taking all of them out.
right.
Because there's got to be some practice involved
Wow.
with this
Oh
Holy
shit.
yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah.
There's some obvious advantages.
There are no
for
two-time
particular-
Olympians.
No crowns. Crowns are straight out if they're put back in. All right. What's your number three?
Well, the three I went not with the Senior Olympics,
Okay.
but more with the Junior Olympics,
All right.
more the younger guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they
with,
got to compete too.
premature ejaculation.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, Chip's been our.
I win again.
Yeah, he's been
High
our.
five!
Gold medal. I'm done.
No.
This never happens. I'm sorry.
No high fives.
No, you just say high five. You don't have to touch
Okay.
it yet. Get that. There may be a
That's-
splash involved.
So
Yeah.
three.
It's a water thing.
Urine. Wedding. Is that what?
Bedwetting.
Bedwetting.
Bedwetting, and then
Tooth
teeth
pulling.
and then
Premature ejaculation.
that you've covered
All right.
all three.
And it's a
We're going to Andy.
Triathlon. am I
Your
right?
three. Your three is what?
Well, I had kite flying.
No,
Cut.
in the mic.
There's bicycling, and I'm like, kites.
Yeah.
People flying kites would probably more.
See, I like
Is
that.
I like kite flying because guess what? It takes a real skill to do that
It
shit.
does. We
One. And guess what? We've lost our way as Americans when it comes to
We're
flying
not
kites.
flying
Yeah.
fucking kites.
That's
No, we got
right.
drones, we got technology, and when it comes to the Olympics, it's all about getting back to basics.
It is.
You know what I mean?
And I will tell the group here because I don't think they've heard. We pulled up to a church that we mow, and a poor soul was out with his young daughter.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
and
lit a candle for this young man.
we lit a candle before we left, and we did pray.
Did you pay for that son of a bitch?
Yeah, we
you got to put in your 75
did.
cents.
We gave
for
her a
that
quarter.
candle.
Yeah, we gave her quarters.
This motherfucker was out there with a butterfly.
He's not competing
Kite.
in Andy's
a butterfly
You
kite with
got to
his
have
daughter.
a 15-mile-an-hour wind for a butterfly kite.
His daughter was like 6 or 7 years old. He was out there for 45 minutes pulling this motherfucker all across the field. Could not.
games. Yeah. You know what,
could
though?
not
There's
get
a
it
real
in the air.
skill with
It
that.
is. It is.
It's making a perfect Olympic event.
But I tell you what was worth it. After 45 minutes, this guy put his daughter in the car gently.
Yeah. Then told me about his.
And then fucking
Spank
just
bank.
absolutely trashed this fucking butterfly kite and fucking stuffed it in the back of his goddamn fucking Escalade.
I get one day every other week with my goddamn daughter.
Every
Fuck this shit! Spent $46
build
plus tax.
kites.
Fucking Kmart, motherfuckers.
Thank you, DreamWorks. I'm tired of your fucking Charlie Brown remakes.
Right,
Flying
so-
his fucking kite. This is some
Goddamn
fucking
kite
bullshit.
won't go up in the air. It's got a 75-foot fucking tail.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah. So
God damn.
kite flying is Andy's number one. What's your number two, Andy?
Dude, bro, frisbee golf.
Dude brought frisbee golf. So
Okay.
frisbee golf.
Dude.
Yeah.
Frisbee golf.
Well, we tried golf, and, well, we tried Frisbee, and
it
And
worked.
then we said, let's just throw them in a basket.
I'm going to have to throw that how long?
All right, kite flying, Frisbee golf.
I think
What's
that
your
would
nu-
work.
That's a long stroke for
absolutely.
Pokemon Go.
What's number 3?
Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Pokemon
shit.
Go. That
Talking about being
Everybody
timely and
in-
topical.
Well, the few people that are in the stadium stand.
Oh, yeah.
Wanting to play.
Get
Oh,
trampled
shit.
is what would happen.
Yeah,
we
and you're
get
talking
trampled.
about.
All right,
Oh
so-
my God!
Let's
Dude.
start with
There's a Charmander!
Let's start with
Pokemon
Conrad.
Go.
Let's start with Conrad. Everyone go around. Conrad will get the first.
Okay.
First.
I had Indian leg wrestling, which
Yep,
is just
I like
Indians wrestling with legs.
Okay.
I had gymnastics for gays. Apparently, that's already a thing.
That's already a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Does not qualify.
And
well,
then-
no, it's
and then I
just
just had
called
face painting.
gymnastics. Okay, face paintings. I'm with you there. Chip, go.
Mine was Kegel powerlifting,
Okay.
the
All
10-meter curb stomp,
Yep.
and rhythm method gymnastics.
All right. I had bad touch, forehand massage, and sand tubing. All right. Eric.
I had tranny rebuild,
I don't know why we're doing this. Eric wins.
no bruise wife beating, and his wife cockholding.
Chip's wife cockholding wins, right?
We all know what's
We all
gonna
know what we want in the Olympics, right?
Zach, go.
We all want to
It
jack
was
off.
the bedwetting,
Yeah.
the tooth pulling,
Okay.
and the premature ejaculation.
Premature.
Oh, that's a good one,
and
too.
Andy, kite flying.
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee
Pokemon.
golf. Pokemon Go. I like the rawness of Andy's.
Well,
But,
Pokemon
you know
Go
what?
is the best answer in the sense that everyone would actually watch the fucking Olympics now.
Right.
Because if that was a thing, people would actually
That'd
be
be a thing.
interested. Fucking people are still doing that shit, guy. I was mowed at church today. That's where those Pokemon hide.
Oh, that's right. At
You know
church.
that. I've
Yeah.
talked to you about that. I said there's people pull in there
Yep.
and they're looking for fucking Pokemons.
It's in
Because
the
they're
church.
fucking Gorgons.
I don't at a church, guy.
Yeah, they're
Jesus,
Gorgons.
Jesus Pokemons.
Jesus loved Gorgons.
Conrad, you have the first vote.
I got to go with cuckolding. Anytime it's
All right.
mentioned, anytime it's
Well,
offered.
of course.
Chip.
I'm actually going to vote for sand tubing.
Thank you.
I'd watch sand tubing
Thank
like
you.
a
Sand tubing
motherfucker.
was a
Thank
good
you
one.
very much. Thank you. I got one for Eric, one for Mexico. Zach, or actually, Eric, your vote. You can vote for yourself.
I'm going for forehand massaging, not because it's four hands.
Yes.
When you said it, I thought of Serena Williams giving me a forehand.
Oh,
with a tennis racket,
yeah.
massaging my buttocks.
Oh, for the wrong reasons, he's voting for you.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Well, they are twins. I did not specify. Zach, what do you? Eric has one. Mexico has two.
I got to go with sand tubing.
Mexico wins.
Shit! Can I win one? This is great. You already voted.
I've already voted. It's up
Andy?
to Andy.
I was going to say sand tubing too.
Sand
Wow.
tubing!
Honestly,
Wow.
I am not a sports watcher.
You
and
win,
I would
bro.
Probably watch that.
Jesus Christ.
Congratulations.
Because it'd be
Thank
funny.
you.
You finally won something on the Conrad and Jack show.
This is the first time
Dear
for
IOC.
me. I'm a winner virgin, and I want to say thank you so much,
Feels
everyone,
good, doesn't it?
for popping my cherry. Thank you.
You guys
so
want to
much.
play one more quick pick three?
Special.
Okay, I
special
have a-
thanks goes out to Chip's wife.
I have a topic.
I've said she didn't win.
Here's the topic
She said she didn't win.
for the
Oh, she won.
round
all right.
2 of pick 3.
FYI, that was also called sand tubing.
This is round 2.
I'll tell you why.
Eric actually won that.
This is round 2 of pick 3, but
Okay.
it is also winner takes all.
All right.
So if you win this one, you beat Mexico out on the sand
No,
tubing.
wait a minute. No,
Yep, winner takes all.
Let me have this.
Winner
win.
takes all, guy. You can win this one. Creed's second album. I need to know song titles on Creed's second album. And you might have to sing a couple verses.
Hit song? I mean, the
Nope,
hit song.
any
off the
song
second,
you want.
Any song
Creed-
off
What
their
was on
second
Creed's
album.
first album?
Right. Well, I just heard news today. Sing my life. And by the way, we'll listen to Creed during this. It's gonna change the whole fucking Jagged Pill album. And on there. I guess we're furiously writing.
Creed second album's song titles or the the actual name of the album?
No, song titles.
Song titles. Sorry.
Song titles. 3 songs from Creed's second album.
I guess Ding.
Nice, good work.
Don't use the actual ones. Make them up. I don't know if they had a second album.
Okay.
You got to make them up. Damn it.
Creed's third album. Sorry. I'm trying to pick an album they didn't actually have.
Ding.
Hold on. Because we got Zach's probably first on made up songs.
No, second.
Well, made up songs.
I think Andy was first, but well, he's still writing.
No, I'm ready.
He had
supposed to make them up.
He actually had Creed's second album. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Nothing. That's what so I was like.
Oh no, I meant make him up. I thought I thought Andy knew Creed's second album's actual song titles, and I was like, well, no, not that.
Well, I'm gonna.
I don't know if
Ding! The water and trees.
Ding!
Okay.
Ding!
Hold on, let me turn on this music here.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a jazzy album. Creed's doing standards? That's a whole different set of titles, man.
Ding. I'm in.
Well,
better late than never.
All right. I think everybody's in. You in, Eric?
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. All right. Well, Zach was first, but he's went out to go take a shit, so I don't know what that was. Let me find some Creed music here.
Oh, I know what that was. No, we'll play this.
All right, off.
Gold Peak starts with ingredients like delicious mountain-grown tea, pure filtered water.
Sorry. That's funny.
Pure mountain-grown.
All right. Who wants to go first? Chip, go ahead.
Got it.
Creed's second album.
Opening track. Dig this if you can.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here in jail.
Yeah.
Can't feel my feet.
Okay.
I lost my mind while I was walking down the street.
That happens.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm making rain.
Yeah.
It's teardrops in jail.
Okay. Teardrops in jail by Creed.
Teardrops in jail.
Here, maybe I'll give you
Okay.
this. You try again. Go for it.
All right. Just take your
Track
time.
number 2.
Yeah, take your time. Track number 2. Wait until it kicks in.
When the shit drop, yo.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
when the fucking beat drop,
Yeah,
yo.
it's gonna drop.
What?
There it is.
What?
It's coming in.
Yeah. "14 days ago, you left out my door, and I knew that I'd never see you again.
Yeah.
14 days have passed, looking at my own fat ass, and I wish that I hadn't run out of gin.
Okay.
But my only remembrance and my only regret is all the times that I told you. The only thing that you'll remember will be box wine and roses.
Box Wine and Roses. That's the title track right there.
That is. Box wine and roses. A box wine and roses. I'm Creed, second out box wine and roses. Take it down.
Number 3 song go.
Number 3 song.
Yeah.
On the Creed album. Now it's hard to follow up Making Rain, subtitle
shit.
Teardrops in Jail,
Yeah,
and Box Wine and Roses.
Right.
It's real tough.
It is tough.
Give me something. This is a jaunty track.
Jaunty?
Okay, a jaunty track.
This is a jaunty track. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Give me the name.
Bunch of
I
dragons.
can't give
in
you the
here.
name. It's
Okay,
a fucking reveal, bro. It's a jaunty track. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Here you go.
Jaunty. This is Creed, second album, guys. It's actually really surprisingly good. I don't.
Go down to Rio, man. Take your lady by the hand. You know you ain't gonna be fooling. All you gonna be is Santubin. Santubin Rio.
Okay, so Santubin by Creed.
That's a Bossa Nova inspired.
All right.
That's my 3.
All right, so run them again. One more.
We got Making Rain, Teardrops in Jail.
Okay, Teardrops in Jail.
We have Box Wine and Roses.
Box Wine and Roses.
And
okay,
Sand
gotcha.
Tubing.
Sand Tubing. Stole that one. Okay.
I did.
But I like it. I do like that. Not as good as fucking Chip's wife.
I was gonna go for that, but I thought B2 on the
I'm
nose.
sure Chip. I'm sure Eric got to that. Conrad, you were first. Chip went first. You should have a turn. Yep. Get it, guy? Get in that mood. Get in that re-up groove.
On this second album, Creed wanted to do a NASCAR buggy.
Okay.
Goes something like this. Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, that stupid bitch,
Trickle,
who used to run in the open wheel. NASCAR boogie, NASCAR boogie,
right.
NASCAR boogie all
So it's a
night.
little different.
It's a NASCAR boogie, NASCAR boogie, NASCAR boogie all night. NASCAR boogie, NASCAR boogie, NASCAR boogie all night. NASCAR boogie, NASCAR boogie, NASCAR boogie all night. Talk about no rednecks.
So it's a little different from the first album.
And the fans are crazy.
Okay. All right.
All the people watching.
All right.
While I'm banging my lady. NASCAR boogie, it's a NASCAR boogie.
All right, so your first song's
It's
NASCAR.
NASCAR boogie.
All right,
Okay.
so I think I got
in
that.
remembrance of Richard
That
Petty.
was actually
Yeah,
a
thank
trio with Billy Ray Cyrus and Toby Keith.
Toby Keith
didn't
was
get to their
just
part.
here. I mean, he was just here. He was actually at Kansas Star playing drums. So I
The
talked to him.
second track
He
was
said, "Hey Mexico, where do I buy
kind
some
of.
sweet
I might have went
socks?
similar
I need
with
some new
Chip.
socks."
My second song was
don't-
Midnight in Citrus Punchville. It was about a high school dance that the lead singer went to.
All right,
and the punch was spiked.
Okay.
And then the third song was My Anus Has Lips.
All right. In the words. All right. So run your 3 again.
The first song was
NASCAR Boogie.
Yeah, the NASCAR Boogie.
Okay.
And then my Midnight in Citrusville.
All right.
And then the sad song was
Asshole Has Lips.
No.
I'm sorry.
You've heard it.
Yeah.
At my age, it's hard to find some kind of doctor to look at my behind. I've had some before, they've opened the door. Those flaps go in, they don't go out anymore.
penis has lips, it has fucking lips. You can lose a finger too.
Okay, so anus lips, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You've heard that one. It's their hit
I got
song.
that one.
Much like Shark Week.
That's yeah. All right. So we have heard from Chip and we've heard from Conrad. I think
Eric?
I think it was Eric or Zach that went in. Zach, let's see your 3. Let's see here. Is it a C here?
Oh my!
Is there any videos from Creed on their second album?
I'm not really sure. I don't really follow Creed.
Okay, so number one on the second album is what?
Sad Penis.
Sad penis. That's what I have.
It's
sad,
talking to my
sad
brother Enos, and he said I had a sad penis.
All right, so number 2.
Why you always drooping at the floor?
Yep, number 1
Do
was
all-
Sad Penis.
No, sad penis.
Oh,
all the Skin Man is in.
It's doubly
ukulele.
sad.
Skin Man says 2 sad penises.
This is the ukulele
All right.
album.
Yeah.
All right.
One sad is just not enough.
This is what he wrote in Rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad
What's
penis.
your next song?
Number 2.
It's a limpy stroke jackin'.
Okay.
Much like pushing rope.
Well, I push it left and I push it right and won't get up tonight. It's a limpy sack, dicky doing nothing. What was it called? I'm sorry.
Limpy sack penis, that's what it is.
Yep.
Limpy whack, that's what I did.
I try my best to whack it all the time, but it won't, cause it's second penis time.
It's an Indian bird and it just won't get up. Gonna kill myself with a rubber cup.
If I read a bullet, I could kill myself too.
After I buy a gun.
Well, I'll just turn.
Right. So give me 1 and 2. 1 is sad sass penis,
All right.
and number 2 is tug. I can't get it up.
No, limpy stroke penis.
Limpy.
So you're pretty much pushing rope.
Okay.
And number 3.
Number 3?
Number 3 is slender penis.
A lot of cock songs.
We had a lot of dick with you today.
But it's 2 feet long.
No, a lot.
All right. Well,
It's good to have a caveat
Yeah, but I
in
mean-
the title. That's smart.
yeah, it's slender penis.
It's like Slender Men, but
Yes.
but penis related.
Bracket, but it's
Now, are you
2
thinking,
fucking foot long
more-
in
probably-
bracket,
probably like this.
exclamation point. I got a slender dick, but it's really long. You can
Got a
suck it.
slender penis, but it's really long. And it's no and it doesn't take long.
I
Gonna get your
it
nuts
all
before
time.
I get mine. That's just fine.
Got a slender penis. This is a really happy Creed album. It's
Yeah,
super. It's all about
Slender dick,
dicks.
slender dick, slender dick me. Slender dick, slender dick, slender dick you. That's
All right.
what I am.
Eric,
That's what I will do.
What do you got? Number 1.
All right, number
I
one.
want to fuck
sorry.
Chip wife. Oh,
Different album.
well, I mean,
Whom
it
doesn't
is
just wife?
right. It's Eric's.
That's actually the name of the album.
That's the name of the album.
You know at some point that Rachel will get like a hashtag everyone wants to fuck you or something tweet.
First album.
Go for it,
Second
Eric.
album.
I'm not going to sing.
You don't have to sing it.
Chip can sing it for me.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
All right,
Fine.
number 1 is just simply white trash karaoke. Nothing fancy with that.
It's Thursday night, y'all.
Walmart.
I've been working my ass off
Yeah.
all day down at the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
You know it's time for
White trash karaoke. Get it, girl. White trash karaoke.
I'm gonna go down to the club, gonna get my rub.
White trash karaoke.
Do it.
Sitting on a beer can, talking about the shit that I wanna say to all the bitches that don't get it. I said, fuck you, why don't you listen? Bit that fucking bitch up in the kitchen. I took her outside and I hit her with a stick. Took her outside and I spit out my dip. Took her outside and I pushed her in her clit. White trash karaoke, come and get it.
It's a good fucking tune, bro.
That was very nice.
trash karaoke is strong.
That's really good.
This one has number 2 has nothing to do with anything. I just want to throw it out there.
All right.
Is labia majora.
It's more of a tongue twister.
Anybody else hungry for some bologna?
Some ham wallet, if you will.
Well, I went to the river and I grabbed my canoe and
Now
with
you.
Everyone making pancakes.
You were sitting by the fire in your bikini. I didn't notice till my fucking friend said, "Do you see that?"
Yeah, it's my weenie.
It's baloney. It's your labia majora hanging out for all to see. And I can tell that you're excited 'cause it's looking up at me. It's your labia majora. I want to tuck it in 'cause it's longer than my great-grandma's extra fucking skin. Labia majora. In the sunlight you look pretty hot. Labia majora. I'd like to take your twat. Labia majora. I could use it for a hat. We can get shade under that labia majora.
That's really good. All right, number 3, labia majora. That was number 2, labia majora.
Number
that was
3 actually had something to do with Creed.
Yeah.
What was the song? Elijah's Hood.
Yeah.
That song?
Yeah.
Dick.
So number 3 is Apollo and Apostle.
Okay.
And that is I'll tell you the start of the song is Apollo Creed, Apostle Creed.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Things
I got it.
that start with Creed.
Yeah.
Everything. Well, I fight the Russians. You're a Russian and you wanna fight me, but you can't fucking fight me because I'm a nigger and we're in the next business. And I'm gonna fight you while I'm running on the beach and you wanna fight me, Apollo.
Labia majora.
Apostle.
All
It was like a compilation
Okay, so
album,
go ahead.
basically. It's what that was.
Jesus Christ, man.
Zach's been vaping the fuck out of this room. The Skin Man has been fucking throwing the
Like
vape.
everyone that's on any fucking video is like thinking, "Oh Jesus Christ,
These
they're
guys are
getting
baked to
super
fucking shit.
high." Basically, what happens is Andy comes over here with his vape machines, and these two fucking fill up this whole fucking room with smoke. Now it looks like we're in a goddamn Kiss concert or some bullshit like that. I'm over here. I haven't smoked a fucking cigarette in 4 fucking hours.
Don't need to, man.
I don't need to. I'm vaping. I'm vaping through them.
My family's dead upstairs, but
Eric, I know you're dead. They fucking called the cops. They've already fucking doused the whole outside of the fucking. Eric, run down your list, please.
White Trash Karaoke,
Yep.
Labia Majora,
I like
and
that.
Apollo Apostle.
Labia.
Apollo, Apostle. Apollo. Oh, yeah. Ding, ding, fight Russians. Apostle. Ding, ding, fight Russians. Ding, ding, fight Russians. Well, you're dancing around with your robot in the front yard with your queer son. I've been fighting Russians and they knock me out and I get hit in the head and I die. Apollo. Apostle.
All right. So, all right.
Andy?
Jesus Christ, Andy.
Top
You-
that.
Andy.
Nothing. Give me
Andy was-
anything.
Well, he was busy vaping.
Oh, I know.
He was busy fucking filling this whole
Oh,
room up
bro.
with fucking
Are you
smoke.
kidding?
Here's
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
We
got a
got this
call?
shit.
You
We
got a
got
call?
this. No, we
Oh,
got this.
we're gonna do it for Andy.
I was busy vaping.
Name a name of a song, Andy. Any name. Any name will
Sitting in
do.
the basement looking at the guy's hand. I don't know if I can survive. I was busy vaping. Busy vaping.
I'm busy vaping.
Well, I went to visit the show, and I was hard as shit. I'm busy vaping.
Gonna wrap my lips around this vape stick, sing all night, and look at my dick vaping.
Gonna give an extra one to Zach because he's vaping. Everyone thinks we're dead because there's a fire in this motherfucker. Okay.
We need a second song by Andy.
All
We need
right.
a second song by Andy.
Okay,
Andy,
I got it. Andy,
Andy, give us anything.
Anything.
Anything. Say words, Andy. Words.
The only thing I
American
wrote down,
words.
The only thing I wrote down was, does anyone listen to us anymore?
Oh, Andy.
Perfect.
Hey, y'all.
I got that.
I'm coming at you real right now. Well, I just left my accountant's house and shit couldn't look more bad. He told me about all the debts and the broken tires on my tour bus van. Looks like a shitty deal for me, but I know that we can all hang on. We can just book another 14 shows. We'll be rolling before too long.
There's a treasure chest in the back of the rehab center. My best friend Nick says if I bring a keychain, I can get in her.
List next to bologna sausage, you gotta dig a little deep.
But the Coke machine don't take pennies, and that's all my niece sends me. Does anybody listen to us anymore? I don't know.
So. I don't think so.
Does anybody care what we said before? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Does anybody want to know the song I wrote last week?
I used to be famous.
Does anybody listen to us anymore?
I don't think so. Motherfucker,
I was on the Super Bowl.
Trump or Hillary don't matter much to me.
Maybe that's Nickelback. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what band
a
I'm
vacuum.
All right, so number one was vaping, and number two.
Anybody listen to us anymore?
Okay, so number three.
Name a fruit. Andy.
Avocado.
Perfect.
Okay, I got
Avocado.
that. I actually
From Mexico.
I actually have that one.
Avocado from Mexico.
There you go.
Avocado from Mexico.
This is the bonus track.
All right, there we go.
Hey! Yes, it's all good. Yes, it's all good. Yes, it's all good when it hits my throat. It's avocado. Avocado. Yes, it's all good when it hits my throat.
Oi, oi, oi,
You cannot take a peek at the guy, oh, put it in your motherfucking pie hole. I have a guacamole I made from my avocado tree. Avocado. It's a sugar avocado. It makes me get what? Avocado. Lowriders and fucking bass from a bunch of instruments that they don't make the sound that comes out kinda great with the avocado. I say that's the avocado. They went his
All
band
right,
on
so
the last
basically he's got a vaping, and he has.
Does anybody listen to us
anybody listen to us anymore? And he has avocados.
Avocado,
All right.
hell of a track.
That could be a winner. That could be a winner. Now, I think everyone else is gone. I'm going to just simply say mine.
Okay.
We're good. Hashtag no really. That's number one. Number two, Trump Brain Trust.
Love it.
That's number two. And
Went topical, went political.
number three is we are a burrito at Denny's. So, I mean, I think that's the hit. I mean, I think
I gotta actually hear that one.
I mean, out of all the three, I think that's the number one. That's the one that's
Sounds really good right now.
Yeah, it is. Thank you all for coming. It's Kansas Star Casino. It's nice to have Toby playing drums tonight. Hell, we've been down here kicking rocks for a few years. It's nice to finally have some friends watch us. This last song.
Wish Toby would stop asking about his socks.
It's about a burrito we had at Denny's one night.
I asked my best friend, what is he hungry for? As we walked out the church doors.
He said, I want a Creed burrito between my lips. From Denny's down on 27th and 36th.
One flour tortilla, a whole shit ton of spam, and a bowl of gravy, green beans, and some bacon on the side. Yeah, Creed burrito. Tell it. It's a Creed burrito. That's right.
Extra sauce.
You wanna try it with the seasoned fries?
Yes, on the side, please.
Maybe a salad if you're feeling conscious about your thighs.
Extra bacon, please.
It's a Creed burrito kind of night.
As we sat down in the booth, I could tell the excitement was coming through. We was gonna have the burrito before the day was through. And my friend pursed his lips, sucked my dick.
When the rain comes from the south, you know it's time for a Creed burrito. Creed burrito.
Better add some gravy if you're gonna be a motherfucking Creed loving man.
We only have brown. That's what she said. Said pour it on. That's what I want.
And I want a Caesar salad on the side with, I want waffle fries inside, and I want my burrito with extra hot sauce.
Some Cholula with that.
As we left that day, I knew for certain one thing. I was not gay, but my friend was, with jizz on his chin
Like
and
to
a
suck
dog
dick all the
napkin. He carried half of that burrito to the club that he shot a bunch of people at.
And I want to. All right. So basically, what I had was.
That's a song of a generation right
We're
there.
good. Hashtag no really.
That turned
And
into
then
into something
Trump's brain trust, which is, I mean, it could be good. I mean, if Trump ends up the president, that could be a super hit.
That's a hit.
We are
See,
burrito.
they wrote it in '97.
Yeah,
so.
we are burrito at Denny's. So, everyone just
Okay, so my
quickly
three, I had NASCAR Boogie, with Billy Ray Cyrus and Toby Keith. I had Midnight.
In the words of your son, boring.
Yeah, I had
all right.
I had Midnight in Citrus Punchville.
That
and then
might be
had,
all right.
I had My Anus Has Lips.
That's my favorite. All right,
Okay.
Zach.
It's sad penis,
I like that
limpy
one.
stroke
All
jackin',
right. Okay.
and slender penis.
But it's actually 12 inches long.
Yeah, it's
2 feet.
Well, yeah,
You
it's
forgot
2
your
feet.
caveat.
24 inches if you're counting at home. That's 2 feet.
Meters.
Yep. Well, meters is 1 point something meters.
My three are
yeah.
Making Rain, Teardrops in Jail.
I like teardrops and gel. Yeah, I do like that.
Box Wine and Roses.
Okay.
Big hit
Okay.
with soccer moms. And
Yes.
don't forget the trip down Brasillo Way, sand tubing in Rio.
I like sand tubing in Rio.
Topical.
Yeah, it's topical.
Creed always has been.
They're always
Oh, absolutely. Eric, please, with your three.
White Trash Karaoke.
Yeah.
Labia Majora. And Apollo Apostle.
I like labia majora really bad. All right, Andy, I think had vaping.
He had
Vaping.
I remember vaping.
Does anyone listen to us?
No, does anyone listen to us? That was a
Right?
good one.
Does anyone listen to us anymore?
Oh, avocado.
Avocado.
He had the best ones.
I do like avocado. I had
Once I heard it.
We're good. Hashtag no really. I had Trump's Brain Trust, and we are a burrito at Denny's. So, Conrad, please vote for someone.
I vote for my anus has lips. Because it does.
Right, one for Conrad.
I vote for myself. Everybody vote for themselves, and we'll really fuck this game up.
Right.
Shannon will not win.
Labia majora.
One for Eric. One for Eric. That's not good. All right. Chip.
I need you to read your 3 for me again.
My 3 was we are good. Hashtag no really. Because they're really taking advantage of hashtag.
Yeah, that's smart.
Trump's Brain Trust, which we didn't get to the song. It's actually a really hip tune. We are a burrito at Denny's.
Boy, it is.
Yeah, burrito at Denny's.
I'm right between avocado and burrito at Denny's.
Yeah.
I'm going for burrito at Denny's.
Thank you.
Oh shit!
Okay, one for Mexico.
It was right there with avocado though.
Avocado.
Honorable mention.
The simple
tune
The
avocado.
simple tunes of Andy is fantastic. Vaping avocado.
And no,
does anyone
doesn't
listen to us anymore? Which is a soft rock hit of a questioning.
Answer
of himself.
no.
Yeah, Eric.
I hate to say it. I was going to vote for this, but then Chip voted for you, Shannon, so
Yeah.
I feel bad for doing it again,
Yeah.
but I will go for burrito at Denny's.
Whoa, you're voting for me?
Oh my gosh!
We're just
Christ.
just
All right.
giving it to us.
All right.
Jesus.
I don't know. I was really jamming to white trash karaoke.
Oh,
White trash karaoke
Oh!
Dark Horse
Two-
comes in as a spoiler.
2 for Eric.
Shit, you hold your destiny in your old hands.
Well,
Don't do it, Russian judge.
the
Go
the
for
Russian
it, Russian. Yes.
the Russian judge.
Apollo Apostle. What?
I go for Conrad, so it's a 3-way tie. I guess we have to have a playoff between me, Eric, and Conrad.
Playoff
because
with a
we're all
bonus
tied.
topic.
We're all tied.
It's a
Bonus
bonus topic.
one. Pick one.
Okay.
And Andy chooses the winner between the three of you.
Okay.
No,
What
you
is-
all, you
what
all
is-
get to vote. You
What
all
is
got
the
to vote.
topic?
Zach chooses the topic.
If you need to tag in, Zach, I got one.
It's cemetery sex.
What?
Right. Is this a,
Oh, it's
Yes.
a thing.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
is this a
Oh
song?
hell yeah.
Is this a song?
Positions or yes, no?
No, just fuck it in the cemetery. It's
That's an
don't
answer, but-
overcomplicate it.
Creed song, but all right.
There needs to be something to list or
Like-
name there. Like,
Like
Position?
which cemetery to fuck in?
Right.
Or what
The best
position to fuck in?
cemetery-
I say
Yeah.
Catholic.
Well, we'll split the difference. Go old missionary cemetery sex.
This isn't Jeopardy. You don't give the answers, we give the questions.
Yeah.
You have to give the
You have to
questions.
ask the
Cemetery
question.
sex is a great answer to almost every question we've had.
new Creed album, Cemetery Sex.
Cemetery sex.
You just won the game. I vetoed all. Zach wins the game in a weird turn of events. As the host of those three, he actually won the game.
Fuck you! I want to win.
Too
I
bad.
was so close. I could have voted for myself.
This
All
has
right.
been the Conrad and Jack Show, everybody. We do a live comedy podcast every Wednesday from 9 p.m. Central to, well, I guess whenever the fuck we want to.
I had a request for
That
our
being
going
said,
out music.
Okay, that being said, don't let your meatloaf.
Don't ever let your meatloaf.
Turn up 11-12.
You people have been chosen to reveal our existence to the world. You will witness what happens here today, and you will tell of it later. All eyes to the front. Now's a good time to fucking... Shut your fucking mouth! You must watch, dear. It'll all be yours.
corrupt, we claim.
It is your evil that will be sought by us.
With every breath, we shall hunt them down.
Each day, we will spill their blood till it rains down from the skies.
Do not kill, do not rape, do not steal. These are principles which every man of every faith can embrace.
These are not polite suggestions. These are codes of behavior, and those of you that ignore them will pay the dearest cost.
There are varying degrees of evil. We urge you lesser forms of filth, not to push the bounds and cross over into true corruption, into our domain.
But if you do, one day you will look behind you and you will see we three. And on that day, you will reap it.
And we will send you to whatever God you wish.
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my Lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand. We swiftly carry out thy command. So we shall flow river forth to thee, and teeming with souls shall it ever be. In nomine Patri, et Filii, Spiritus Sancti.
Stop it, I guess.
And done.
Just hit it and then it'll ask